Hello, everybody. Dadman Walking 55 here with you tonight at 8:02 Eastern Standard Time, or is it Daylight Savings Time? I don't know. I don't care. Let's pick one or the other and stay with it. How about that? So, folks, hey, listen. Oh my goodness, what a show we have planned for you tonight. Can we get it all done? And how long it would go? Oh my gosh. This could be a 48-hour stream, my friends. Somebody's dared me to, but hey. I know not ask the great and glorious co-host of this wonderful show ever about that. But hey, let me go ahead and bring her on without further ado, because we all know that she's the beauty, and definitely the brains, definitely the brains and the beauty of this operation. The person, the woman that cannot be replaced, no matter whatever somebody may say, can't do it without her. Got to give her the big, great introduction like everybody else. It's Mrs. Dadman Walking.
Hello. Okay. And who says that I can be replaced?
No, I said nobody said you can be replaced.
Okay.
Even if anybody said that it could be, I know you can't be replaced. So,
yes,
that's part of the Dadman blow up the stream introduction, my friends. Hey, Mrs., how are you tonight?
I am doing well. I tell you, doing these slides and getting them all organized and everything is it's put a toll, but it's been so fun trying to it's been so fun to relive
Are we live?
some of the experiences. Yes, we are.
We are? Okay, well, something happened on my phone. It's not showing it.
And I see it, so, and I'm talking.
It's my phone that did it. See, I've moved my screens around tonight because we're doing things a little bit differently. And, okay, sorry about that. So I'm sorry to cut you off. How rude of me. How rude, to quote Jar Jar Binks.
Well, I think knowing if the stream is live or not is an important thing.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely. Yes. So, oh my goodness. So I'm sorry, with this, how much effort have you had to put into these streams? I mean, especially this one today. This one is really
this one was a lot more because there had some that we wanted to show that had you in them videos, and I had to learn how to mask your face while it was moving.
Maybe theoretically, that is possible. Yes.
So that was something. A lot of audio that we're doing today. So just the logistics.
Had to get you out of. Had to get both of us out of a lot of the pictures, because it's like all of a sudden you forgot in some of that video. We just appeared out of here and there and try to cut ourselves out. So absolutely. So I bet you're tired.
I'm tired, but this was fun. It was fun going through them. Well, and I think I finally have got all the pictures from everywhere, so I don't have to be hunting for them there where they're supposed to be. So,
yay! Hopefully, we don't have any unexpected surprises because we did a crash course of watching earlier.
Yes.
Hey, so I can ramble a little bit more. Let me say, hey. Thank you for hitting the scroll down there. We hit 340 subs today. Thank you, everybody out there. Bring your friends and let's get 10 more and get to 350 and we'll see what happens. But hey, our anniversary stream is next month. But let me quit rambling about that. Thank you all. 349. Hit that like button. Subscribe on the YouTube. Share this thing out with you, with all your friends. Thank you on Twitch. Make sure you follow on Twitch. Without that, I know we got some people, and I know it's kind of late, so let me do this real quick, Mrs. Let's say hi to our great friends in the chat, shall we?
I think that's a good idea to do.
Well, After Dark 2019 came in the other night when I did that I did that just random stream at midnight. He came by the other night, and he's back again after last night. Hey, After Dark 2019.
Very cool. Hello. Congratulations on being number one, being first. Yay!
He beat the great polar bear of the South, the Snortopoopas cuber, hello, humans and other critters.
Hello, Snortopoopas. Snickerdoodle says hello.
Exactly. He said, not sure how long I last, up as early as usual when the snooze monster's going to grab me soon. Just an old bear. Hey. All right. So let's go down. And Lisa is here lurking and laughing.
Hello,
Yes, Lisa. Good
Lisa.
to see you here in the chat, my friend.
Lisa from YouTube.
Lisa, my buddy of Fortnite that we did 24 hours. Then again,
Yes.
now she says I don't go past 24 hours.
Good for
Oh,
you, Lisa.
exactly. She throws snort a poop of some mushrooms. Uh, and then Buddy, hey, Buddy Hepburn, how are you tonight? Waving back at you, sir. Waving back at you. And
Yes.
it's Sammy, the one and only
Hey, hey,
Sammy.
CBP.
Yes, the kid that threw M&Ms at me. But hey, it's good. It's all good. I remember. But hey, Sammy, some cool stuff tonight. So WKEG Gaming, I got to play Fortnite with this weekend for the first time with it. Hey, thank you for popping in before work. Good to see
Yes,
you
we
today.
appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Absolutely, it was a blast. Deborah Wade is
Caffeine
coming
is
in hot.
starting to kick in. So
All
I
right.
might get a little hyper. Hey, Deborah.
We love hyper. We love hyper. And Lisa, Snort Poop is tons of mushrooms back. So, okay. Yes. And it's the great, the one, the only, hey, the Mr. Killer Clown himself, hungry for kinder days.
Yes.
Thank you for the 7th like. Wow. All right. Yeah. Smash that like. Gaming or what? Hey, man. Good to see you today. Hey, thanks for popping by. Hopefully y'all can stay. If y'all can stay at least maybe half an hour, you might be in for a surprise. And you know what? There might be surprises throughout this. There might be some things that make you laugh and you want to see repeated. You know, it's one of those that I could do as a super chat thing of, you know, well, you'll see what I'm talking about in a little bit. So, hey, Snorter Poopa said fire truck just drove by one. The neighbors is up to something. Oh, man. Oh, man. Let's see. Fire truck time. Too tired to go out and check to see what's up.
As long as it's not coming to your house, you're good.
Exactly. Jess is going to lurk. Howdy, Jess. Great to see you tonight. So thank you. And as always, Jess is putting the lurks out there. Follow me on Twitter at DadmanWalking55 for all the latest and stuff. Yeah, I need to, at 1 second, I'm going to need to do something quick on my retweets. So, Mrs., explain a little bit about tonight, where we are, how we're going.
We're in Yellowstone. But the other days where we've kind of gone up the path and did it the order that we did it in real life, we're not doing that this time. We're doing it like in categories, because to be honest with you, I don't know when we did any of this stuff. It was 2 days of just so much stuff crammed in and driving and everything that so it's kind of in categories this time. So it'd be kind of cool, I hope. And we have someone else that's just popped in.
All right.
Squeaker Mouse.
Squeaker.
Hello.
And Squeaker. All right.
Howdy, y'all.
Howdy, y'all. Yeah, I bet you a lot will be familiar. Yes. So, hey. But hey, look, guys. Yeah, I'm still trying to do that other thing. You know, Lisa always gives me a hard time. Do you know that, Lisa? Mrs. She's always telling me, "Dad, man, you're multitasking," and it's like, how do you know? Because it just happens. So I'm not as talented as you, you know.
Oh, okay.
And no way could I ever try to catch up with you with that. So, but you know, so you know, this is what we'll go into. We've probably been about 3,000 miles at this point, about halfway through our journey.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so we're
on day 9 and 10 of 16, so we are beyond halfway.
All right. I mean, and you know what? It went just so daggum fast. You know, that's what's so sad with it. You know, is that it just yeah, I had to retweet somebody directly that I know was not getting the notification. So that's kind of what I was doing. It? I discorded wherever it needed to go. I did have to tag somebody directly because they missed the last chat. And
okay.
But, you know, it happens all the time, you know, and that's why I keep saying, make sure you hit, you know, hit the like, make sure you subscribe, hit that bell for the notifications, because even then it doesn't ring. But like Jess puts up here, here is follow me on Twitter, because I'll blow up your Twitter box, you know, with plenty of tweets when we go live. So, hey, you know, it's kind of cool. The other night I did that show at 10 o'clock and we had like almost 20 people there for the longest time. So thank you everybody for your support and all the hellos and the hellos back and all this. So, okay. All right. So we got a lot of stuff here. We got 13 people already in here. Huh?
You ready to go? I'm ready to go.
We need to go.
On this. I want to show this to people.
Exactly. Because, all right. I will sit back, shut up, and wait for you to tell me to talk. Would that work?
Well, you can talk, please do,
Oh
because
no, no, I
I'm
didn't mean it
gonna
like
be
that. But
because I know you didn't, because I'm gonna be back here frantically changing slides and getting stuff, trying to keep it flowing smoothly, so that you
exactly.
don't. I'm kind of like the duck that is calm above the water, but underneath their feet are frantically paddling. That's
Yeah,
me tonight on this
yeah,
show. So,
gotcha,
yes. So we're
gotcha.
going to start off.
And if you, well, let me say one last thing. If you love geology, this is your show. If you love
Yes.
animals, this is your show.
I got a neat book. I'm
If
not
you
going
love
to share a
frozen
lot.
water, it's your show.
Yes, I'm not going to share a lot about it, but they talk some about why these springs are the colors they are, and it's not what you think it is. It's bacteria, not minerals. So that's a little
Mhm.
heads up there.
Absolutely.
But yes, but I don't remember a lot of it to say. So here we go. We're going to start
All
our
right.
stream. You ready? In three, two, stream starts. Our 16-day adventure. We are now at Yellowstone National Park. Day 9 and 10. We put them both together.
Mm-hmm.
And this is our first views. When we
Yay.
first, some of our first impressions.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first things we saw when we got here. So we saw the beautiful, beautiful mountains.
Yeah, because this is before we actually pulled in where the sign was, where the park was, where that
Mhm.
little uh, private store was, right?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, I think, yeah, because
Yeah.
this is before we got in the park. We come off the
Mm,
curve, then we saw the little entrance. It had cabins out in front of it. I think
mm,
that would have been neat to stay at if we knew about
right,
it. Hey,
right.
future trip.
Yes. And then we saw something that Dadman just loves tremendously.
Yes, water, plenty of water, flowing water. And just hear how it flows.
I just find that so soothing.
Exactly.
The
It just
audio is something. I think my computer's tired. It
yeah.
worked hard
But you
today.
know, we were there at Memorial Day, Memorial Day to June 1st, and you know, it still had snow in the higher elevations, and the snow was melting off, rolling down the hills, and in so many spots around the area, even in other places, even out far east as Cody, Wyoming. So
Hmm.
we had plenty of this type of stuff. So if you really loved, Snort Poopa said Yellowstone. I thought you were going to Jellystone. Oh, I wanted to splish in the water myself, Snort Poopas,
Oh,
but
it,
there are actually places when we get, if we have some lake shots, I'll say something about some of the lakes that we saw. So, okay. Yes, beautiful mountains. And like you said, all the snow at those higher elevations.
they
Just,
look fake.
yeah.
I look at these and they look fake.
Well, what did
Um,
I
you-
say? What did I say? I thought they were sand, like sand in golf
yeah.
traps. But
And there's
so,
a still picture of the waterfall,
mm-hmm,
of a little waterfall, just on the side of the road, just the water
yep,
coming down from the mountain.
yep. And this is
Eh,
still before we got in there. And I
okay. I
this,
think this kind of makes me laugh. I look at it, and the way legally you're supposed to park if you're
yeah,
handicapped in between these lines here. You're not supposed to park on these dashy lines. Well, if you park legally and you're the driver and you're handicapped, you're going to fall over the edge into the water. And I just thought that was poor planning on the part of this park.
yikes,
Yes.
yikes. Yeah,
So,
you've laughed about that ever since we saw that. So
yeah,
it's
I
like,
just thought it was funny.
and this is like we're coming in from the eastern side of the park. Yeah, so we coming from Wyoming, so it's really it was quite interesting. And Cody, Wyoming was just not far. that was what surprised me. Was it just seemed like a snap and we were there. So I can
Yeah.
understand why people told me that they stayed at Cody. My old boss, said when they went up there years ago, they stayed in Cody. So Cody, I don't know about Cody, but anyway, that's another story for another day. More water, falling water. So, like I said, if you like geology, if you like, see, I love water, running water. I just streams, brooks. Like I said last night, what that stone bridge at Custer State Park was just like heaven for me with stone bridges and water. So, oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's not going to make them more handicapped. Maybe not for you, but to DIY. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Why did they put that there?
Yes. Oh, wait. Okay, wait. We got to take a second. Somebody has hijacked the stream.
Oh, where?
Yes.
What? Where?
Fabio has
no!
Once again come into the stream and got in front of Dadman.
Yes. He's protecting me.
Why were you so happy in that picture, even though they can't see you smiling?
Because I was a kid in a candy store with that damn snow. I really wanted to I should have done snow angels, damn it. I should have done snow angels. I should have jumped face first and just friggin' said the hell with it.
But you know how nasty that snow is?
I don't care. Give me the dirt. I don't care. It's snow. It's ice. It was like so cool to do. I think we have some closer up, so I'll wait till I say that. So, hey, like there, oh my God, I wanted to jump in it. I don't care about the dirt. Look, I get filthy all the time. I'm on grass in Florida, so I sweat, get dirty. I don't care. I feel like Dennis Lee right now. I don't care. Give me the dirt. Give me, it builds up my antibodies. It makes me better, makes me tougher, makes me harder. Just like that cold. Put it all down my pants and everything else, and I'll be really all man style. Because damn it, I'm a man, and I'm going to fight that ice. Yes. So sorry about that.
Okay.
So okay. Jess said this. No, we didn't see that. Hey, I wouldn't doubt it. But see, somebody loves Squeaka, I love you. Hello, Fabio.
Yeah, no, Fabio is bad. Fabio bad.
That damn unicorn according to Snow Poopus.
Yes. And
absolutely, the dirtier the better. Hey.
Yes, he likes it dirty.
It makes him hard to put it down his pants.
Yeah, I was kind of trying to ignore that, Chad, and I knew you guys were going to go with it.
All right.
And I'm going to go hike up Avalanche Peak.
Yes.
Not
go falling off the Yes. Because again, I think this was, like you said, this was one of the first spots just inside the east entrance.
Yeah, this was one of our first things.
Because I had like a faux picnic because we had our food with us, and I ate something just to say we ate a picnic there.
Yes.
At that point. But if you notice, there's more water runoffs here from the snow melt offs and natural streams, but also a lot of it's from the snow melting, and you see a lot of the snow not melting. But one thing is, I don't know if we have a picture. Go ahead.
Of what?
Of the lake, because to our right from that other part in the big wide open, there was Lake Sylvan, a big lake.
No, I did not. I did not put that one in.
But what you'll find up there's still places. When we were there at the end of May, there were still places where it looked like water, but it was frozen ice still. It was the lakes were still frozen in many places. Yeah. So
this was a little rest area. There was snow in the little river. And Dadman had a picnic, and this was my first experience with vault toilets.
Yay! We love vault toilets.
They weren't so bad, but it was like really cold. That's all. It was just really cold. And while we were here, we met some other tourists that were there, and we were sharing with them from Oregon about our lack of experience with snow. And Dadman, what did you ask me to do?
Give it to me, baby.
What did you want? No, come on, really. What did you want me to do?
Give it to me. Snowball.
Yep, wanted to snowball.
I wanted a snowball. I'd never been hit with a snowball before.
And this was my kind of response to it. I really hate doing this.
Gets to throw and hit me with a. Oh, damn. Let me see how big. Damn, that's a pretty big snowball.
Yes, and my hands are getting really cold.
Ow! Whoa. You didn't even wait. Yes. You didn't.
Ow! I missed. Oh, darn, I got to do it again. I'm having way too much fun.
Wow, no wonder you said. All right.
Okay, this I'm going to try to get on his face. I'm kind of close, so.
That last one was the one that got me the most, though. That thing, you got me right behind the jaw.
Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah, that one was bad.
Oh, look at Snortopoopus. He said next time make it a snowball with a rock inside it. Bigger impact.
I thought about it, but yeah.
That's too funny. But I think that might be the lake I was talking about, though.
Might be.
Because when we got closer, further down the road, it you could see the ice sheets on the surface. So
and I want everybody to know that he told me to do that. He begged me to do that. I did not want to do it because I have gotten hit with a snowball before. And so we asked, there were some teenagers at the little stopover area. And I asked him, I said, should I throw snowballs at him? And they were like, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, they didn't even wait either.
They didn't even wait. They could have been our children.
Yes.
So.
Although you were like, oh, darn, I got to do it again.
Well, that was actually the third time. We didn't put the second one. By the third time, it was kind of fun because you weren't throwing them back at me.
Hey, that's okay. That's okay. I asked for it, so hey, good time to make up for all that nervous energy. Yeah, take out 8 days of car riding. So, but yeah, hopefully y'all like that. Hopefully you got most of a Dadman sighting there with that one. So. And the Mrs. Hand. So, but hey, I don't know though. Snortopoopus though, with that putting a rock inside of it though.
Yes.
Exactly. So yes, lots of. I'm sure there are some cold water fishies.
I just love this landscape. I think it's very pretty. I'm not sure which location it is.
It looks a little bit like Yellowstone Lake on a different spot because it's so large.
It might be Yellowstone Lake. Yeah.
Which, by the way, was forecast. I think it did though have snow the week after we left.
Yes. Yeah.
And they had snow in the first week of June. So, but yeah.
And here's a panoramic. I just love. No, this is Yellowstone Lake, and it's up. We have this app which that we get guides from, and let me find the name of it because I will tell you it was an amazing app. It's called Guide Along. And we downloaded the areas we were going, and the person that was there had been there and stuff. So he shared stories, and he said, "Hey, if you're not hauling anything, I advise you at the next turn to turn right. You will not regret it." And we did not. It was the most amazing view from there. There were some people sitting there just in their little rocker chairs, just enjoying the view and having lunch. It just was beautiful.
Yeah, it truly was. It was nice. It was a very nice overlook for Yellowstone Lake.
And there was butterflies. I just looked down just some of the, smaller pretties. And those flowers, they're actually in this book that I have. I'll tell you what kind of flowers those are. Those flowers are arrowleaf balsam root. is what they're called.
Say that again. Arrow.
Arrow leaf balsam root. It's a daisy-like flower.
Hmm. I've never
So,
heard of that. So
so there was a lot of that
look at
over.
that butterfly though. Look at that other the butterfly. The white. It was white.
Yeah, isn't that pretty? That
Wow.
caught my attention.
Yeah. And look at the detail.
And this is just a panoramic of um,
Yellowstone Lake.
Yellowstone Lake. I want to say Victoria Lake, and I know it's not Victoria Lake.
Right. So I mean,
A lot of the words I used was "it's amazing, it's
yes,
amazing, it's just so
awesome.
beautiful, it's amazing," and truly, you run out of adjectives.
Hmm. I mean,
Um,
it's very stunning, and really, it's the type of thing that you truly, really can. Pictures never will never do it justice. It's
right.
going there, having been there, um, on all this. Um, yeah, really, really, really interesting to see.
Now, our next category is bison, pronghorns, and bears. Oh my! And many other animals also. Um,
Um, I just was going to ask you this question, and
uh-huh.
um, you know, the park itself, like we I mentioned about coming in from the east, because one thing I like I said is in terms of uh, trying to yeah, give people one thing I didn't realize was I forgot about is giving people a sense of the layout of this. How would you describe it?
It's a figure eight. They
Okay.
have the lower loop and they have the upper loop, and you can do the grand loop, which is go through the whole, like the whole thing. The lower
Hmm.
loop, well, they all have thorough dynamic, um, thorough high. Well, they all have geothermal activity.
Hmm.
But each area has their own things, and we did not get to see some of the stuff that they have there. It
Yeah.
was so much. You really 2 days is not enough.
I let me. Do you mind? I'm gonna. I actually pulled up a park map. I was going to share with people if that's okay.
If you want to,
Yeah.
go
So
right
right
ahead.
here, Dadman Adventuresome. So let's see what Dadman does not do. So and over here. All right. Now, actually, give me 1 second. I probably need to make that larger. I think to
No,
give you a
I
better.
think it actually wasn't too bad.
Wasn't okay. Well, let me
I
take it
don't
up
think
just a
so.
little bit and then we'll do this because I just got to think of that. Give people may need a you know some semblance or some uh, familiarity with the park itself. See where we came down, it was on the east entrance down to the south here, and
Right here.
yeah, so down here where the cursor is, and see this is where we stopped here, where the snowballs and all that was Sylvan Lake. There's a picnic area there, and then then we drove up this route here, and like the missus said, there was an overlook up here, uh, that's down here where we looked over to Lake Yellowstone. So, just to give you a familiarity with it, this is how it is. You've got two entrances on the east. You got one on the north. Looks like two on the north, one down in the west, and then there's one coming for the Grand Tetons down in the south. So, as the missus said, you have what they call the lower loop here, the upper loop here. So, as we came in here, and I think that day we kind of cut through here that day. But, so to just give you some semblance of the park layout, the orientation, and how we were approaching it from where we just saw. I mean, they've got something called Fishing Bridge here, which there's no fishing there anymore because it has a story because of invasive species and fishing was stopped years ago. So very, very interesting park. Okay. So I just wanted to kind of say that. So if you want to refer to anything, I will have this up in case we need it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Ready.
There, I got to get back into. Mm, I got to get going. Okay, there. I
So
had to get my
about
brain back into. Yes, the map that it looks like a figure eight, and we kind of drove the entire thing.
hmm
And along the way, we saw bison and pronghorns and bears. Oh my! You were supposed to say "oh my" with me.
Oh, sorry. All right, right. Okay, I'll do it again.
It's too late. It's too late.
I'm sorry. I didn't. I okay. Sorry.
I'm
Oh
messing.
my.
And first off, we see bison. Um, they do look adorable, but as they say, they have killed people.
hmm
Uh, they can. I love it. They have to put in here. They are wild animals. I don't know why people would think otherwise, but I will say we saw people chasing bears. So yeah, they're idiots.
Yeah.
Um, they can spring to their feet in an instant. If they feel threatened, they can leap over fences and run 35 miles per hour. So we don't stand a chance against them if they get mad at us. Um, and of course, with their horns, they can hurl you in the air. So we should stay, they say 25 yards, which is what they say, 3 bus lengths
I believe. I believe
away.
that's that.
Um, and yeah, if they look a little agitated, don't go near them.
Well,
If,
like we saw
if
yesterday,
the
the
if
one
the
was kind of
tail,
head bumping the car.
it
So
says if a bison watches you and its tail goes up, it's a sign for you to pay attention. Don't wait, get away. So yes. So
I love that saying because that reminds me back at Custer when we were that one bison that ended up bumping the car ahead. It was like
mhm,
his tail went up, but he did his business right next to another
yeah.
car. It was
Well,
funny.
what was it? Somebody said that so many people used to go into Disneyland, Disney World, where it's this controlled environment, and national parks are not controlled environments. It is wild. Yes, they have roads and they have some amenities, but it is still they don't have these animals under control because they're wild. So bison, we're going to see lots of bison. I had to really go through the pictures of the bison.
hmm
So this first off, to make Dadman
Wow!
happy, this is bison poop. He
Yay!
said that he was going to show bison poop, so I said we're going to get it over with right away. So I present to you bison poop.
I did not touch that one. I stuck with
The face.
the the lobby, the educational center poop, not the real stuff. But yeah, it was interesting. It would look kind of like what they put in the visitor center. That was actually kind of
Yeah.
cool to see that it actually was somewhat real. I'll stop. I was about to go into a poop discussion after what we
Thank,
witnessed, but I won't. So
thank
sorry
you
about
for
that.
not going into a poop discussion.
Yeah, no.
What I thought was real interesting is if you remember at Custer where they showed the winter coat and the summer coat,
hmm
well, bison they rub against trees or boulders and stuff to kind of get that um um to get the loose fur off. And so you do see their fur kind of just sitting around where it's been pulled off. When I first saw this, I thought it was a dead animal, and I had to yes that um I thought it was a dead animal, and I had to look really close at it.
Oh gosh, that's a sort of poopus. There you go.
Yes,
Yeah, and by that, like you said, that was the hair. That was the hair
yes,
from them.
they're
Because was that a rock
dead.
there that was there?
Yes, they probably rubbed against the boulder.
Yeah, because we saw that.
Hmm.
Oh, remember at Porter's. Porter's, they had the rock. Remember that?
Yes.
Yes, that's what I was thinking of is the
Mhm.
similarity with that. So, yep, and more bison.
More bison, baby calves. Um, that was kind of cool. We're seeing a big old herd like that again. And then here, I love this picture, even though he's shedding. Um, I just I just love that picture.
You
I
know, it
don't have a
almost
lot to say. They're bison, and I could just sit and look at these pictures, and I could just scroll through them and not say a word,
but
and let you
as
guys enjoy them.
somebody that hasn't really seen these before, yeah, I mean, the first thing is you think they're sick or something, that there's a disease or something, and but it's not. It's part of the natural shit. You know, like a snake sheds its skin and things like that. So,
Did you see what Snorter Poop has put? Yeah,
humans keep following me around, hoping I'll shed a lot of fur. Nope, I'm keeping it.
you
Hey,
keep
there
your
you go.
fur.
Uh,
You keep that fur. Absolutely.
yeah,
And this was caught on our dash cam,
yeah.
and just walking down the street.
Mm-hmm.
Just happened to see that one. I thought I should share that one. Said that picture's not
Oh,
too
that's a
bad for a
beautiful
dash
one.
cam.
No, it's really, really nice. And this, I mean, we got a lot of this type of stuff on the
Mhm.
dash cam. It was really, really was cool. So,
And we know what this one is.
yes, this was in our hotel parking lot. Okay, do you want to pause it there, or you play it till it ends? No, you can go ahead and play it till it ends, and then stop it, and I'll finish the story. I was evading the car. Yeah, that's where he walked up to. And if you go back down that path, I because that has to do with a story that we had at our lovely hotel. There were two hotels right there, right by Old Faithful.
This
Uh,
path right here, right
yeah.
there.
Oh no, no, go to the right. Take it back just a little bit more. Keep going. Yeah, keep going earlier. Keep
Before the truck.
yeah, yeah, before the truck. Yeah, a little bit more. There's okay. Stop it there. Okay, we're going to show you some other geysers in a bit, but see, there was a walking path, not just Old Faithful by the Old
Right there.
Faithful
See that right
Visiting
there.
Center and stuff, but that path also led to a bunch of other geysers that you could walk to from the hotels. Well, the night before it was getting dark. Of course, I wanted to be romantic and have a nice sunset with the missus and say, "Hey, let's go walking out. Let's go out there." And
Let's go find the geysers. No, that's what you said. You're like,
yeah, I
let's
did.
go find the geysers.
And she's like, there's wildlife out there. I'm not going to do it. I'm like, who cares? No, there's not. And whatever else. So the next day, this fella walks into our parking lot.
And if I played the audio, I did not play the audio, but he goes, I guess that's why we don't go walking at night or something along those lines. What a silly.
That was awesome. But yeah, that was a great story with that. We're here, and Snorter Poopus is like, there she was, just walking down the street saying, do I did. Yeah, that's he just taking his time there, you know, and wow, absolutely hungry boy. So yeah, you know, and we'll show more with the hotels a little bit later, but right now it's the grass and the animal section and
I just
beautiful scenery.
Yes, I just love this view, and with the bison um, in the foreground, I thought it was really
Yeah.
pretty. I love one. This is one of my favorite because it's almost like the bison is silhouetted, and then you have the background of Yellowstone.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would make a very cool puzzle.
Yeah, you like your puzzles,
Yes.
except when the ones they smile at you.
Yeah, I don't like that puzzle.
Some days you get the burger, and some days the burger gets you. That can happen. These guys are not anything to mess with when you're out there. So
There's a
all right.
couple just a chilling.
Some more.
There's one just a.
And it's just like they're just there. They know it's like they're used to the humans and everybody coming around, but then they're just there, you know.
I think that they're just kind of like, okay, dudes, you leave me alone, I'll leave you alone, we'll chill.
Yeah,
You mess with
exactly.
me, I kick your ass.
Yeah, really. It's kind of that thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So let's see.
Oh, I want to pause
Oh,
this one.
yeah, pause
I
it
want to
real
pause it.
quick.
I'll go back to that one.
Yeah, let's
Which
see. Hey,
one were you saying? Hungry? Oh, I'm going to give you some numbers, and you tell me which one for the. You said that's perfect composition. Uh, one. Well, I think is it this one? Is it one
mm-hmm.
or two or another one?
Yeah,
I hope. Oh, we got
you're,
someone.
you're talking to them, right? Not me. So
Yes, yes.
well done, Mrs. D, and hello to Masters Maniac Mexico. Welcome. I really hope I did not miss the key scenario. You know, the
Hey,
one where
can we
those
call
two
him?
guys.
Can we call him M cubed?
Can we call you M cubed? I mean, would you
I
mind?
mean, you could say
I either
no
call him Masters or Mexico, but Master, would you mind M cubed?
because M.
He loves this thing about MIB, about the guys
Well,
just
you
in
know,
black and color.
MIB was like MIB cubed. That's why I thought about it.
Ah, all right. We could do that. So, hey.
So here, this was a neat one. Now, I'm going to say, I did not think we had this video. I
Oh,
I
really?
did not no, I did not think we had it.
Mm-hmm.
I did not get it on my camera,
Yeah.
and we lost it on the dash cam.
Oh, wow. So,
And I just was looking through videos of we just had taken some drive videos and just saved them for some reason. And so this next video we did find on it. So I was very happy.
oh, before you do that,
Triple M.
snort,
Triple M.
triple
Okay.
M,
Okay.
triple M. Oh, Snort Poopa said that would be a nice puzzle to make a photo out of. So, Zach, I
The
like
nice
that.
photo to make the puzzle up. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Triple
I
M.
have so many I would love to make puzzles out of. I just think they're so.
Well,
Yeah.
like Squeaka said last night about putting them on canvas,
Yeah.
and you just put it on cardboard, right, or something, and you could make and cut your own puzzle. I would guess.
No, you can't.
You can't. Okay.
No.
Well, hey. Well, anyway, we got 10 great people here with us tonight. Thank y'all
Yeah,
for being here. Our 12, actually. We got 2 on the Twitch side. Make sure you follow us over there. Here on the YouTube side, please make sure.
One of them is me. No, I'm not on Twitch this time.
No, you're not. We actually have quite a few people over there. So, all right. Oh gosh. Oh no. Hey, Masters, you can joke. Well, probably after we pass Yellowstone, then maybe it's time to retire. But I don't care. You can do it. You're here.
Do whatever you want.
That's what Yeah, you're here. We're having fun. Lay it down.
We're looking at bison. And
yes, we are.
Now this one, I was so happy I found this because I did not get it on my camera.
Oh yeah.
And I we lost it on the dash cam. And I just was so upset because it's not one.
Oh, can you pause it?
Two. Well, I will when it gets to a better shot. It's not three. It is. Well, you only can see three at a time. It's 4 bison. There's one hiding back there.
Yeah, and folks, this was early in the morning. This was on the southern loop. I can show you later where we do it. But
well, if you want to show them now. Show them where it's at.
Okay.
I can't believe you remember where all that everything was.
Listen, I remember the stuff I'm not supposed to remember. You're going to be lucky I take the garbage out tonight. But we stayed down here at like the see this Upper Geyser Basin. So the hotel was in this area.
Kind of wiggle your cursor a lot so we can
right here's where we stayed.
Yeah.
This particular part was around on this loop here towards the water. This part up in here in the West Thumb area. Because we got out we left before at sunrise before it really got full light. because the
Mm.
animals are more. It's like zoos and everything else, but in terms of the animal activity is happens more at the end of the beginning of the day and the end of the day. So really, what because this day what we did was we just got in the car and just drove. We just drove the circle all the way
We
around.
were on a actually my goal was to see a bear
Hmm.
while I was in the car
Hmm.
because I did not want to be near a bear.
Yep.
So
So
here are the
let me pull it back. Let's go ahead and take it back to the beginning so everybody can see it without me talking there from the beginning, because this really was one of the best clips of wildlife that we got. And look how close they ended up getting to us. The guy ahead of us was impatient. I just sat there and let him come to me.
knew he could have just stuck his fingers out the window and touched them.
Hmm. Oh, did you want to pull the slides back up?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Oh,
playing
sorry.
it.
Yeah, I'm trying to not touch your stuff. So
No, you should tell me. Tell me
okay,
when I
sorry
don't
about
put
that.
them up
Yeah.
because I
Okay,
forgot.
go ahead and we'll play it from the beginning and just let it go.
I'm just watching it on my own screen. I'm having my own private viewing. I'm sorry, everybody. I
Ah,
miss Dad Mandit. I guess we said, can you hear us all? Because are we
yeah.
muted?
Look how fast they're walking though.
Yeah, they walked really fast because I tried to take pictures
And
of them
literally,
out the passenger side window, and you will see the results of those pictures in a moment.
she's not kidding. I could have reached out. I'm amazed they didn't scratch the car. They were so close, and you can tell from that camera.
That's how close they were.
Wow.
That's bison number one.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the butt of bison number one.
Uh,
And then I got the horns of one of them. I mean, I just couldn't get good, but I just think this. And then I got the side of one of them. But you see how close they were to the car.
I mean, the windshield, the window's right there.
The windows rolled down.
Yeah, it's like it's just
So, I mean, that was insane.
it's crazy. So I don't know if I read this one earlier, but Master said that as we will discover the plug and all ends with this. Okay, I've this a joke. He said private sneak peek. Huh? Jess comes in. I think you can have photos turned into puzzles. Maybe a Walmart photo lab as an order in or somewhere online.
I bet you can too. I might look into it. Um, I have so many
Mm-hmm.
that I love here. I don't know if I could choose just one. I have to see how expensive they are
Yep.
because I'll probably do 10. So here's Mr. Bison again,
Mm-hmm.
and there's just another one because I just think they're beautiful.
He's got more of his fur coat.
Got more of the coat, yes. And then what do you do when you're driving down the road? You see not one, but two bison just chomping away at grass.
Wow.
And this was the last picture of the bison. And it's kind of grainy, um, part kind of a little out of focus, but I just love the silhouette um, of the bison. I mean, you can even see his tail. I just love that picture. It's
Mm-hmm.
not the best, but I just think it's neat.
That is truly cool. That is
So
just so
Vistaprint or
stunning to
Walmart.
watch them. What's that?
I was just ever saying Vistaprint or Walmart. I am sure, I could just probably look up online, online make a puzzle. The thing is sometimes the puzzles, what they do is they're the same piece.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I have to look
Yeah.
at them.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I like what Snorter Poopa says: eating and pooping, the day in the life of the bison. It's
Well, at certain seasons, it's more than just eating and pooping.
oh, that's true. That running rutting season or whatever they call it. Yeah.
I was trying to be vague.
Well, no, it's a serious, it's a legitimate
I know
scientific
it
term.
is.
I'm not. I was being all scientific, sciencey guy here and
Yes,
stuff. So
yes,
hey,
and eating and pooping and making more bison, says Snorter
exactly.
Poopus.
Gotta have. There you go. Snorter poop. Exactly. That's the circle of life. The circle. Anyway, yeah, let's see. So,
And so here's our next animal. Is, do you remember what this one's called?
um, the pronghorn, pronghorn,
Prong.
huh?
Prong.
Pronghorn.
Pronghorn.
Okay.
And there were lots of them too.
Yes, it was really, really. It was neat to
And
see
they
them.
say sometimes they're mistaken for the antelope, but they are not.
But you know what
And
I've noticed though, and I'm serious with this, is I don't know whether it's just bad vision or not having the binoculars or something, but with these pictures, I am seeing a lot more detail. I did not, I was mistaking a lot of these for just plain deer.
mm-hmm.
And now seeing the camera, the pictures with some more close up, it looks, I can tell more than what I
Right,
missed in person.
right. If I had a better lens, it would even be better.
I
But
bet.
it
Yeah.
is what it is.
Oh man, look at that. Oh wow, look at that. That is amazing. I mean, the horns. See,
Mm-hmm. They're trying to get their extra. This one is blurry. It's not a great picture, but it was like a little herd of them.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
And here's one.
This is one I think didn't we like have to stop, turn around, and come back for it or something?
We were going one direction, and then we went another direction to see something else, and then we turned around and came back this way or something.
Because I
And
think I
and then
happened to see him. Yeah.
he's like he wasn't there, and then we turned around and there he was. Um, and he's like, okay, I own the road. You just leave me alone. I'm just going. Oh, and now we found one up
There he is.
there.
Now is that the place where first time that we saw him? That was like
This one was just kind of. I mean, I was freaking out, and I was like leaning out, taking pictures from behind, and
I think
um,
I think this was on that Lamar Valley Road because up
it
in the
might have been
Northeast,
on that Lamar
because
Valley,
that's where all the people pulled off and it caused kind of a
but there was
traffic jam.
nobody. Nobody was pulled off.
Hmm?
He just was chugging along by himself. There was nobody. Yeah,
Yeah.
this was not one of the pull off ones. We
No,
when
no,
you were
I think
driving.
people stopped on the side of the road. They made their own pull off because this bear was out in the middle of nowhere, and
Yeah,
you know,
and
but yeah,
this is a black bear. It is not a grizzly bear. There are ways you can tell the difference. Part of them is their back. Let me see if I can find it. Um, Black bears, I think, have a hump. I mean, grizzly bears have a hump, and black bears do not. Black bears can be brown. They're not always black. I was looking to see if they had.
Snortopoopas recognized his cousin Zelda.
Is that Zelda? I told her to call you, and she just wouldn't listen.
Oh,
She just was like, no way. That Snortopoopas, that polar bear down there in the south, what is wrong? He has betrayed his kind.
crazy living that heat down there.
Yes. I was looking to see if they had something about how you can tell the difference between the bears. Um,
But it really was neat. This is one of those moments that just popped up. You really, if you're not taking your time and not looking, you can pass many of these things like this. Now, one sign they told you to look for is if you see a lot of cars parked somewhere, then there's something being viewed and watched. So always, if you see the car stop, wait for it. But in these things, if you go and be patient. Um, just sit there, let the nature take, let them pass you by. Take your time and enjoy it. Um, because if you're just driving through cruising, then you end up just you never know what you will miss going through, because there were some things, and I can't remember specifically which way they were, but by going slow, something would catch our eye, and it was like
Yes.
stop, do the
I mean,
whatever.
even, common, like, yes, the grizzlies have a huge shoulder. They have like a hump, looks like a hump. And they say don't just because the bear is black doesn't mean it's a black bear, because black bears can range from all colors, from browns to black to every color in between.
Really.
Yes, and also grizzlies. Grizzlies can are not always brown. They can be the same.
Mm.
So I don't understand why they call it the black bear if it's not always the black bear.
Ah,
But we did
interesting.
see one, and I was very happy to see
Yes.
that. Um,
Yes, exactly. I
and
think
it,
this might have been the first of that we saw.
I saw two,
Yep.
and so we have this one, and then there he is again. Just look at
Hmm.
him. Oh, that's such a good picture for far away. And
Yeah.
then we have this. This is a mama bear.
Yes. If
The
you
they
like bears, this is the one that really here, because this was on the side of the road, and we had a ranger story with this one too. But yeah,
Yes, you can share it. You can share the story.
well, basically we were coming around a curve, kind of a blind curve in a way, and then we saw cars right off the side of the road. There really wasn't really turn off. There was one minor turn off which I got because everybody pulled down closer to where the bear was, where there wasn't really an official turn off. They, so I picked a good spot where we could get out if we had to. So we walked down. Thankfully, the missus had a. I know it's not your best lens, but we were able to get close enough to see this bear, and she would go um, from the grass to the wood, different places, and you
Yeah.
didn't whatever, but it was centered around that tree over there. Well, what people told us, and I don't think we are able to kind of get a view of it, but
They're somewhere up in
there were
here
a couple of
playing.
cub bears up in the tree, which we tried everything to we wanted to try to see the cubs, but
They were having fun.
yeah, they were having fun.
They probably fell asleep.
Well, I will tell you, it was hot. It was hot temperature wise, but like for us, it's not nothing because it didn't have the humidity, but it was warm. It probably, especially with that hair, was warm. Hey, Sort of Poopa said that's cousin Karen. She wants to speak to the manager. Ah, cubbies in the tree. Yes, cubbies in the tree. That they said. We sadly could not get that.
Yes.
But what's also interesting is when we stopped and finally decided to walk back to our car, people had congregated. Well, actually, I noticed when I had walked back to get something for you, people were starting to congregate back down where I parked. And people said there were two bears in the forest back where we were
Which we
parked.
didn't see them.
We weren't able to see them. So then we're back at the car, and then Mr. Ranger guy comes by. Hey, um, asking about the bears and stuff. And oh, is it because he's down now by our car looking where everybody's congregated, and he's like, oh, is this the bear they were talking about? And Miss is like, no, there's a bear down there that they say has cubs. What he said? Well, it looks like we have two bear situations.
Yes. Oh, he kind of went, oh, so we have two bear situations here. And then as he leaves, what does he say? I loved it.
Thank you for parking off the road.
Yes. I like the fact that they know that people are gonna pull over, even and if they're not cutoffs. Um, that he acknowledges that it was done safely. That people do try to do it safely. So yes.
Yeah. Well, that is awesome. So we still have 9 great people watching us here. Make sure you follow us on Twitch and hit that like and subscribe here on the YouTube side. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for sharing in the trip with us. We are still in Yellowstone and we have more to come
Yes, and
for you.
this is a bird. I don't know what kind of bird it is, but
Mm,
it's a bird, and it was there. And I
yeah.
took a picture of it because it's in Yellowstone, and you take pictures of things like that. And we all know what these. Well, I don't know about
Oh,
everybody.
oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Canada geese, man, they're everywhere. You can't get
Can I
away
go to
from.
Can I go to Wyoming and get away from the bastards? It's like it's insane.
There they are swimming.
Uh,
And then this is
this is
was what
cool
did you
though.
think this was?
I thought it was a crow, but
It's not.
it was in a parking lot of all places.
Right. And you said, "Wow, that's a big crow." No. What was it? Did I remember what
A
we told you?
raven. You
It
said it's
was
a
a
raven.
raven.
Yep.
So we saw a
Damn
raven.
Canucks.
So even taking pictures in the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
And
Exactly. Oh man, this is a big
doesn't that
fella.
look fake? It looks like a statue. So some of it's the lighting, the way the lighting's hitting it. It looks like an oil painting.
Yeah. It does.
This, these are called mule. Let me make sure I get it right. I believe it's mule deers. A mule deer, and the reason they're called mule deers is because they're got big ears. So
Mule deers. Uh huh.
Wuledeer. 2 words. And
Yeah. Because I tell you that.
it says their name comes from the deer's very large legs and mule shaped ears. They're not as numerous as elk. They're also called the black-tailed deer.
Even though they're white, the
Mm-hmm.
whitetail. That is. Yeah. You just want some of the naming is really bizarre with some of this stuff. But I do
Well,
see it now with the I do see it now with the ears though.
yeah.
So oh yeah, and we got them
You
walking.
see the ears? How big they are? They do look like donkey ears.
Dang, look at that.
Whoops. Wait. And there's a
That's a still shot. Yeah, just I mean just the way they integrated with uh, on the walkways and everything else and the right of ways. It just was like really incredible to see these animals this close up. And like
mhm.
here, this I think was in Mammoth Hot Springs up towards the north. And look, they're into town with everybody else. It was not. I think it was it two or just. I think it was two, wasn't it, or just the one? Oh, yeah, there's. Yeah, see there. There's one just grazing, and then we got another coming up on the right also. Yeah, because no, this is not where we had lunch. We had lunch, I think, at a different place. But yeah, it was really interesting to see how the animals did not just stay out of the populated areas. They actually went in them quite a bit.
Okay. While we're talking,
Yes.
I want people to put in the chat what they think. There's an animal in this picture. It's not I can't say it's not the best picture. There's a lot of camouflage in this picture. And see if you can guess what animal is here.
And if you're on the Twitch side, I can see what you say, so I'll make sure both sides know what the other. If you
A fox, a bear. Someone else said a fox.
Yeah.
A skunk. No stunning. God, you're so
Leave it for him to come in with that
yes.
first
I'm
thing out.
surprised it
Walk in
didn't
the
say
door.
a giraffe, an amoeba.
Skunk,
Silly.
amoeba, fox, bear.
Chupacabra. Thank you,
There you go,
Castle. Oh
Castle.
my gosh.
Jeez. Now.
It's Darth Maul.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. I'm going to kind of show you where it's at.
Anybody got any other guesses? Let's
Any
see.
more guesses? I'm going to kind
Oh,
of show
Lisa
you
said
where.
a fox. I just saw a fox
Yes.
up there. Sorry.
Yeah. We have like a fox. Then we have some sillies.
Darth Maul is back.
Ding, 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 ding. I will say Lisa is correct. It is a coyote, and it's right there. And I think we nearly killed ourselves to try to get this picture of this coyote. We won't share that story here.
Yeah, but jackalope. But yeah, Lisa.
There,
Hey,
there it is.
I got to do some more. Where in the world or where in the USA? Yeah, Lisa's on a hot streak now. Between that,
You
getting
see
the
it
animal
kind of
interview.
walking. There it is, right there walking.
Oh, Lisa
And
has them
there's
in her backyard.
yes, my sister. We've had them running around sometimes.
Hmm. Even in a big city, yeah, it's as they keep knocking
Okay, now there's an animal
things
here
down.
too. Um, it's really camouflaged. I'm going to tell you, it's right there.
Coyote resting up from chasing the roadrunner.
Absolutely. Kate chasing those Canada geese.
Yes,
You
exactly.
can kind of see it moving right there. And there's his back. It's back right there. And this is another one which was just out in the open. It didn't give a crap. Um, there he is.
Yeah,
Another.
that was in another location. The first one was very difficult. We
Yes,
barely
the
got.
first
But
two
see
were.
what happened with that first two was that it was like we could see it paralleling the road we were on, and it ended up crossing the road ahead of us. But before we could get pulled off, it kind of it was a speedy little guy. He kept
Yeah,
moving and kept going.
yes.
So, but yeah, that was
He's tired. He's tired from chasing roadrunners, snortopoopas.
well. Master
You
says
know,
I have dingoes in the backyard, chupacabras. Hey,
what are chupacabras? What are they kind of? What are, that man? Look it up.
okay.
And this cute little fella. I think this cute little fella could be two different things. It could either be a ground squirrel or a yellow-bellied marmot. The difference between the two is the marmot is bigger, but they can get
A
confused.
Mexican myth. They are a Mexican myth.
Okay, that's what I
Yeah,
thought. That's I'm
yeah.
thinking. Okay, yeah.
And Snorpipus' coyotes are faster than roadrunners.
Yes. So this is either a ground squirrel or a marmot,
Mm-hmm.
yellow-bellied marmot. I think this one. I'm kind of looking at it. I'm
Uh-huh.
thinking this one is a ground squirrel.
Very possible.
And then Dadman took a video. You'll see right up there it moving. Or I think that other one was a marmot, and I think this one is a ground squirrel.
Okay. Hmm.
I don't know. I don't know what either one of them is. Oh,
Yeah.
but you kind of see the camouflage working there on that too.
Mm-hmm.
If we didn't know it was there, I wouldn't necessarily see it.
Yep.
And here's another one. So I'm thinking this one looks kind of big one. This one might be a marmot or marmot, a marmot. I'm not quite sure how you say it. have my handy little Yellowstone book in front of me.
Oh, let's see, just a retweet out. Oh, and of course, with that last
We
one,
got a lot of people here.
that last one that you did got a heart from our resident mouse. So hey,
There we go.
there you
I'll get
go.
a close up of it. There we go.
There you go. Absolutely.
But you know what, Dad, ma'am?
What?
I
Mi
think we
familia.
I
What's that?
think we got some people here, Snortopupus and Castle, and I don't know if Lisa saw it, Jeremy. I think we need to show
Oh, did Jeremy come in? I'm sorry if I missed Jeremy.
wait,
Hey, Jeremy.
hi, Jeremy. So I want to show those videos of that
The
one of your
surprise.
dreams, one of your dreams that you wanted to happen when you were at Yellowstone.
Oh, you gonna pick one of them? Or you gonna do all three, or
I'll
just
do all
two?
three of them. They don't take that long.
Okay, or
So
you could surprise them and make everybody drag it out. But hey, okay,
no.
it's your
So
call.
so this yes, and this is me having a good time.
Oh,
I really hate doing this.
Gets to throw and hit me with a. Oh, damn, let me see how big.
it's
Damn, that's a
almost
pretty big.
Yes, and my hands are getting really cold.
Ow! Whoa! You didn't even
Okay.
wait.
I know she didn't. As soon as I stood back,
I missed. Oh darn! I got to do it again. I'm having way too much fun.
Wow, no wonder you said.
I told you.
Okay, all right.
Okay, this I'm gonna try to get on his face. I'm kind of close, so. Oh. So
you still
anyway.
laugh so much to this day. You love that.
Oh,
That was too much. That was so. And if you heard in the first video, you heard those kids that were the miss was talking about earlier, and watching them and their family, they were having a good laugh at that. But I'm glad you did. Thank you. But yeah, Jeremy, yeah, brain freeze.
yes.
Lisa
Yes,
said,
literally
yeah.
went right into his ear.
Well, I will tell you that one that got me in the back of the jaw. That I understand now with boxing and stuff. That's the first time I've ever got hit in that spot. It was like that was really. Story Poopa's note to self: don't let these people near your snowbank.
Oh no, let me tell you, I didn't want to do it to start with.
Are you talking to Lisa there?
No, I'm just saying I didn't want to do it to begin with because I didn't want to, but you insisted. And then it was really fun throwing snowballs at you and you not throwing them back. Now, if they were being thrown back at me, I probably wouldn't have had so much fun. But yes, it was fun.
Well, thank you. That was very, very fun. So, but yes, absolutely. Hey, great time to pull that up for everybody.
Yes, I saw a bunch of the people here.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And the master said snow is one of the things I miss about the country. The people not really from Germany. So, yeah. But hey, but yeah, we got a lot of people in here now. So thank you. We still have 11 with us now. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed. Sign up for those notifications. And follow me on DadmanWalking55 on Twitter, where I tweet it out all the time. Oh, hungry? If you go radio silent, has been up 19 hours, might pass out. Hey, listen, it's okay, my friend.
Yes.
I always talk with our buddy Mark D with the C, and listen, the Mrs. got a golden voice, you know. Mrs. I just love to listen to her talk. But like we said with Mark, or our late night fortnights, if we can help you relax and put you into sleep, then we're not insulted. We feel like we've done our job, helped you relax, and go on in the dream world. So stunning. Don't miss it one bit. Oh man.
My first experience with snow was I was on a youth trip and we were climbing over this mountain. And no, they couldn't do it like us Florida kids. We didn't have hiking boots. We didn't have the right gear. We didn't have any of that stuff. But no, we had to climb up the, I don't know, Chimney Mountains or something.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like all hiking ahead of us, and there were some of us that were behind, and it started snowing, and I was became the leader of this one group, and I didn't want to be the leader. It was only because I was the first person to be left behind. And so I just got so fed up. I literally was following tobacco spit to
Jeez.
stay on the path. It was horrible. So at one point, I just sat down and I said, "You guys go ahead. I'm just going to die. I don't care. I'm done. I'm done with this mountain. I don't want anything to do with it." And so, but they encouraged us, and we went. And then we got to, and it was started snowing. Um, not a
Wow.
lot, not just a little bit. So we finally got to this one part where you had kind of like had to hold on to this part and swing your legs around to get over to the other side or some strange thing. So I did all that and got not injured at all. We're walking down on a path. It's an easy path. I slip on some ice that's covered with snow, hit my knee against a boulder, and tear the cartilage underneath my knee.
Mm.
So I don't like snow.
All right. Well, hey, you can do what I like. Snortopoopas. The problem is I blend so well with the snow that people keep trying to grab bits of me to make snowballs.
Oh, I hope they don't grab the wrong bits. Ooh, goodness.
Ta-da, oh man. Yeah, really. I'm trying to be nice on that one.
Ooh, I mean, I just had pictures. Sorry, it just popped
Exactly.
in my brain.
I couldn't resist that one. Snortopoopas teed us up for a grand slam on that one. Even Squeaka responded, and Lisa's laughing too. And Hungry's going to try to stay up, thrive on cuteness of animals, but I don't miss snow. Freezing feet hurt. So right on, Mrs. D. All right. So
well, I'm going to tell Hungry
yeah,
that we are now past the animals. So if he feels like he needs to rest, because we are now onto the part of the.
Stop. Okay.
Is that? Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Is that a snowball, or are you happy to see me? No, never mind.
Well, folks, we're getting into the geology part. So, Professor Castle out there, hey, I know he's a big geology fan. So, hey,
and I'm
all
not.
right. And Squeaka doesn't miss snow either. So, hey,
I tried reading some in this book to understand why certain things were the way they were.
Right.
And my brain started hurting.
All right. Well, hey,
so I know I might give out incorrect information, but I'm going to try to do my best.
Let me jump in here real quick with this. I'm going to bring the map up. So
this is all over the place.
So Hungry may stay up. Thank you, Squeaka. Told me stay awake. Caps. I love the geology. Well, hey, wait till you see what we've got coming up here, because really most of the geology was down in this part of the section in the lower basin here. There were some in the other spots, but most of it really was in this southwestern part around here. Like I said, with our hotel here, we could walk to some of the geysers out there. It was a long ass walk, though. I learned that was a long walk that we had to do there.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not used to the breathing, it is a little bit different up there. So with the elevation,
that was hard. The elevation was hard.
And that was only about 9,000 feet. I mean, I couldn't imagine going higher. So really, it's from Madison down south. There might have been a couple of things up north. Up here, you have some of the waterfalls, and the Grand Canyon was up in this area too, I believe. So just wanted to kind of give you a context with the part with this one. So obviously not an Arctic mouse. Oh, all right, Mrs. So go ahead and we'll pull up the next slide, and we will get into the geology now.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to have, I kind of put these together, were fumaroles and hot springs. Fumaroles are also called steam vents.
Slides.
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. I thought it was up. Thank you.
No problem.
You didn't miss anything. It was just that.
Yep.
It's fumaroles, and I was looking at my book. Thank you. Fumaroles, which are also called steam vents, and hot springs. Fumaroles are just simplest terms, a vent in the Earth's crust. The supply of water is not as plentiful as it is in the hot springs and geysers. And then the steam rushes out through the cracks and fissures and those are fumaroles. And there's a lot of fumaroles in Yellowstone because what was it? A couple of shows ago, someone said we would, saw some stuff was happening. They said, all we need is a volcano.
Right.
Well,
Right.
guess what Yellowstone is?
It is a
Yellowstone
volcano.
is on top of an active volcano. It hasn't erupted in a long, 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 long time, but it is not dormant. I guess is it dormant? Active means it's shooting stuff up. It's not shooting stuff up. So, but anyway, it's a volcano. We were walking on a volcano this entire
It means
time.
things are cooking deep underground.
Yes,
Yes.
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 And a lot of that is expressed through fumaroles, hot springs, geysers, and mud pots. So,
Yep.
hot springs are like geysers, but where geysers have a something that's constricting the plumbing that's underground, that's
Mhm.
causing the pressure to build up, then allows the water to gush out. Hot springs don't have that constriction, so the water flows um, naturally. Um,
That was something that kind of surprised me was the plumbing analogy.
yes.
That they are the parallel with plumbing is that they did that, and I had not thought about that, but that makes sense. And Castle super volcano, that thing goes, we're doomed. Hey, make
Yeah.
sure you stay around a little bit longer, Castle. So hey, exactly.
So
It was some really cool geysers and stuff.
mhm.
But I'm sorry, I need to be
No, no,
quiet.
no, no, you're fine. You're fine. So there, that's that. And this kind of has the three different, four
Ooh,
different things.
yeah.
Um, I just thought that sign was cool. And this kind of talks a little bit about,
Mm,
um, it kind of shows how the different circulations of the water is, where with a hot spring,
mhm.
it kind of rotates because there's no constriction. With the geyser, it rotates, but there's constriction. And so it causes it to spurt up. With mud pots, I think it seeps into the ground, and then the some minerals and things in there, acidic steam causes the ground to dissolve into clay, and that becomes the mud pots. And fumaroles are just steam that spurts out of cracks and crevices.
I tell you, my favorites were the mud pots.
They were weird.
Well, I'm dad man, but it was like, well, we'll see some of the pictures in a little
Right.
bit, but I really liked the mud pots. I mean,
So so yeah, so this kind of, I thought that was really neat. It really explained it visually. And then this, in case you don't know, don't step off of the paths. You could die, literally.
no,
Um,
exactly.
and they showed this stupid kid who decided to walk off the path, and now he is
Yeah.
a boiled boy.
Yes, they were very politically correct in trying to say how bad things could happen,
Yeah,
and without saying the
yeah,
ultimate
without saying
end.
yes,
But
without.
what was interesting? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, what I found was interesting because not knowing any of that stuff. Oh, let me say hail to JT Kirk.
Hello,
Hail,
hello.
sir. Good. Hope you got my tag tonight. Make sure you. Yeah. So, you just finished up the honey-do list. Awesome. Well, hey, great to have you in here, and good to see you tonight, sir. And the honey-do list. But what I thought was interesting with this was the warnings were about, like in this illustration, they said because of some of these things, the ground is so thin. It looks like it's regular solid ground and all that, but the point is that there's nothing under it, and you could actually step on something and fall through.
Hmm.
Which I did not. I mean, if you didn't know that, you would obviously. Why can't I walk there? Well, you fall into something that'll burn. Really, really do some severe damage, and that was interesting to see. Which also is amazing how the animals know where to go and where not to go to.
Hmm.
But it's the biggest warning that you heard in a lot of places: don't get off the boardwalks. Stay on
Hmm.
the trails, stay on the sidewalks. Um, in places like that where the
Absolutely.
geological activity is. So,
And see, there's
oh, look at this. Though this is. I did think this is a really. Uh, yeah. Yes. I think I. Hey. Yeah, I consider this an honor that you guys are here for not just a vacation, but for geology and stuff like that, and keep you know. But hey, no done nut. Even Cap gives us on it. Absolutely. But hey, thank you all for coming in and enjoying this with us. So 13 people are here, by the way. Make sure you
wow.
smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Bring your friends in and retweet the tweets that are out. And
Yes, thank you all so much.
And thank you for hanging tonight. Oh, and by the way, before JT Kirk leaves, you have to do a repeat performance.
We will do one at the end.
All right, for people. All right, well, hold on one second. Let me see. Oh, never mind. Oh, sorry. Snorter Poopa said, speaking of boiling pots, I just posted some pics from New Zealand in Tweety Bird. All right.
Ooh,
Looking forward to seeing that, sir.
So these are steam vents or fumaroles.
Lisa. Oh.
No.
Go.
If you can go, but you have to spend more than 2 days there. I say you cannot. You have to spend at least 4 days there. At least. That's a minimum.
Yeah.
If you like hiking and all that, 4 days.
Yeah.
If you don't like hiking and doing a lot of that stuff, then you might be able to get by with 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's so much we didn't see.
Yeah.
But there's some fumaroles. Like I said, we just drive and go, oh, here's some. This is a hot spring, I believe.
And it just looks like water to me, but it's I guess it's a hot spring. Yeah.
There was one place, and I don't know if this was it, that they had said that there was a lake that they could fish in. And they used to fish in the lake, and right beside the lake was a hot spring.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember the name that they had for it. But basically, this was, not recent. 80 years ago or something. I mean, it was a while ago. They would catch the fish, and then they would take it and toss it into the hot springs to cook, and then they would eat it.
Yep.
And that's what they used to do. And that was a story we heard from that guide that app that we have.
Yeah, exactly. But they still call that the fishing bridge, but they banned fishing at some point. I can't remember what it was. It like they did it so much that they damaged
what happened? I think they do allow fishing on the bridge.
It was just temporary that they.
There was a fish that was a native fish. I was trying to find the story. Cutthroat, is that the name of a fish? Here it is. At the fishing bridge, okay, they used to have the native fish in at Yellowstone was called the cutthroat. Mm-hmm. Someone had the brilliant idea to seed the lake with trout, which is an invasive species there. It had no predators, and it nearly decimated the cutthroat. Was there, and they are trying to reduce the number of lake trout that are in it to help the cutthroat population revive. What it is the lake trout eats the cutthroat's eggs, I believe is what it was.
Yeah, okay, that's what it was. Okay.
And so that the cutthroat, they were becoming extinct. So they allow a lot of fishing of lake trout. They don't think that they'll ever get rid of all the lake trout, but they continue to reduce the numbers and hope that it will limit the impact on the native cutthroat and other animals that rely on them, because you have the cutthroat, and then you have the animals that eat the cutthroat, and they can't eat the trout because the cutthroats are in shallow water and the trout are in deeper water. So when the cutthroat population decreased, then that limited the amount of food for the bears and other mammals that fed off of them. So it's, like that balance again we talk about. It
Mm-hmm.
was totally decimated, and it could have had severe consequences not only for the cutthroat but for grizzly bears and other mammals that eat them.
Was
So
this was this also the place where with the wolves where they had to reintroduce the wolves also?
yes, yes. And it helped the beaver. I believe
Beavers,
the
yeah.
reintroducing the wolves caused the beaver population to increase. Um, so yeah, it's
Yep, exactly. Well, your
we
point
get
is,
it and uh,
yeah.
we mess with stuff in it. Uh,
Well, I don't know if you saw this earlier, but Squeaka said, yeah, 3 wasn't 4 or 5 days minimum.
yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Exactly.
We shoved a lot in. We shoved a lot in.
Yeah. And
We
Stunning
were
says Cutthroat
exhausted.
is the name of a Decepticon. And JT Kirk says, when this caldera finally blows, North America is pretty hosed.
Yes, they actually showed the where the outline of it is. I saw it in a picture, and it's just like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
We got people to quote us on everything. Hey, all right. Hey.
yes.
But hey, yeah. Well,
Uh,
let's see. Sort of people
so anyway,
sharing a story. A hotel I stayed in visiting New Zealand piped water from a nearby hot spring into the bath water. The rooms had big bear-sized tubs with water cooled down just enough not to cook the bear.
oh,
But
that
that was
sounds
a nice,
wonderful.
yeah.
There is one springs that you could go into in here at Yellowstone. We did not go to it and do not know. Um, um, Lisa, behave.
So, hey, I'm talking about the Oregon State Beavers, okay? Football's coming up, folks. Join me in August, starting into August, for more college football. We will have a riot with it this year. Even if you don't like sports, my goal is to make
Beavers,
like
trout,
it.
shoving
Have
things
fun.
in, getting hard with snow. The what? It's just it's lost. We've lost it. If you haven't, go back
Wow.
and you'll hear that.
All right. So, and Lisa said, yes, JT Kirk did a good recap. So
Yes,
there's a good recap, and Lisa's trying.
yes.
Oh,
Here's just as we're driving more fumerals. I'm going to
mhm.
say steam vents
I
because
keep thinking you're talking about femoral arteries, but
fumarolls
I know, it is.
and some hot springs.
Yes.
And there's a bison by.
See, all that light stand type stuff, I think that this stuff that's surrounding it, walking up to it, is what they say is the dangerous part, that you don't know if you could, fall in. So that type
Right.
of thing. JT Kirk says we can't take us anywhere. Hey, do we have to stop this car?
Don't make me have to.
We had to do that on a few live streams, remember? That was so funny. But like Lisa said, hey, education can be fun.
That's another view of that one area.
Yep.
Some more.
Mm-hmm.
Just steam, guys.
Yep.
I mean, I say just. I mean, you know what's going on underneath there, and it's like, and we're just like walking around. Da, da, da. It's like we're insane.
Oh, stunning. Are we there yet? There you go.
And there's some way off in the distance.
Yep.
Some of that might be geyser steam too, because that might be Castle Geyser there.
But that was so amazing, is that it just, these pictures cannot do it justice, as it's nothing like being there in person. It really is. And so, oh gosh, okay, quit tattling on your brother. See,
children.
Oh well,
if I have to pull this car over,
we might have to. He admitted it. So,
what are you giving the bird, Stunning? Are you giving it seeds or a carrot?
Oh my gosh! Hey, fun. We're making geology fun.
And yep.
Yep.
A sunset over Yellowstone.
Now snort a poop. You guys. We're gonna have to put somebody on the roof.
If I have to go and sit in between two of you, you are not going to be happy. Oh, yes, I remember that. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you.
Oh, gosh.
And then I would whack him and say, well, I'm touching you.
I remember you saying that. You did that.
Yeah.
That is a hoot. Oh. All right. So.
There's some more. They're just, to me, even you just go, oh, it's just, but it's, when you think about it, to me, it's just really, it's very cool. When I say just, I don't mean it to be, whoever is kicking the back seat of my back seat better stop it right now. Lisa, Stunning, Snortapoopus.
Oh gosh, Lisa remembers
your feet.
Lisa remembers remembers the test stream we did to Buc-ee's.
And that's perfectly okay. It's perfectly okay to do that. I give you permission. You just can't do it to each other.
Yes, it's too funny. Oh, all right. So, all right, and that was a story.
Now,
I agree because I mean, like all the ephemerals and the springs, all the geysers kind of all seem to run together at some point with all the smoke.
This blue, I read what it was. It's not. A lot of people think it's minerals,
mm-hmm.
and it's not. It's not. It is.
Let's see. Not.
It's not. Yes.
Oh.
Let's see if we could. If I can find out what it is.
Masters, appreciate that.
These were not. We do have some coming up that.
This one about. We will. Yes.
Yes. I will just say yes. There is no.
But you kind of knew walking up to it if they were or not because anyway, but go ahead.
Because they stunk.
Yeah, they actually had them marked as sulfur, sulfur or things like that. They kind of warned you walking up to it. Yeah. But it's amazing how clear this water was in some cases, and sometimes it was
it was blue.
Nice blue, yeah.
And the reason it was blue, do people know why it was blue? You have any guesses why it was blue? I'll give you a little bit of time to guess while we look through. Shield Spring. This is near Castle. You see that the color, the greens in there? And some of them are the deepest because it's sad. Maybe because all these idiots come around and disturb.
Look how beautiful it is, though.
That is called shield because it looks like a shield. Oh, goodness.
Look at the Dirty Rotten Michigan football spring.
Goodness.
Something growing?
Something growing? Like what do you think is growing?
I don't know. Algae?
No, it's not algae.
Oh. Wow. Grass.
No. They're microorganisms.
Microorganisms.
They're bacteriums and various.
T. Kirk just said anaerobic bacteria.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's what causes it. And some of them have changed colors because a lot of them they survived in the higher temperatures, and some of the temperatures, uh, through earthquakes or things happening have shifted stuff of the plumbing and caused the temperatures to change. The colors have changed also because those certain microorganisms could not live there anymore.
Yeah,
And there were some I read, and I read somewhere that there's some of these organisms that they found in here are used for medical things, and it's like huge. It's huge. I don't know, with stuff with like DNA and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's really kind of cool.
Wow, that's cool. That was interesting to see.
And
Okay.
Okay.
This I think was one of the sulfur ones. You noticed it was thicker. The sulfur springs really had a thicker cloud cover, and it was smelly. It was full
and
blown rotten eggs.
And no matter where,
yeah,
we stood, it friggin' followed.
This particular shot, it followed us. The missus got she had to leave, but I stood in there to break. I won't eat eggs, but I smelled this stuff for a while. I was going to get that damn shot. So
the water was so pretty. It was such a pretty blue, and it was raining on top of misty on top of
misty.
It.
Yeah. Well, this was day 2, I think, because we did have.
I think we were on our way home. I mean, our way out, not home.
No, it was a day 2 because it started. That's why on the first day, the big thing you want to do was Old Faithful, and we did it on the first day with the best weather. So, rotten eggs.
Love the smell of rotten eggs in the morning. So
yeah, exactly. And you're right, JT Kirk. Yeah, no animals coming up to drink the water out of the springs. Yeah, it's just nature. They know what to avoid. They know where to go.
Look at how boiling it is.
Yeah, and if you had the audio, you could hear the bubbling. It's really. Well, that's what you get for causing trouble in the back seat. So
and see, here's some of that. That's
yes, starter poopers. Yes.
That's true.
Exactly.
That is so true.
All right. Sorry, I couldn't resist that.
That's okay. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is just beautiful. Just look at how blue.
Mm-hmm.
And those are microorganisms. Therma something they call them, I think. I can't remember. And now we get to Dadman's favorite.
Mud pots.
Mud pots. This is where they have a acid coming through the ground that softens the soil and makes it kind of decompose and become mud.
Yes, I love the mud pots. And some of them were so thick. They were different. Some were like more grayish water bubbling. Mm-hmm. Others were like thick cement mixers. I mean, where they just like bloop, bloop. And
here is one where they can actually listen. I'm hoping they can hear it.
Okay.
You don't get the smell in the video.
No. Exactly. Everybody who is listening to this, it is a wonderful rotten egg smell. Ugh. Let's listen to that again. You hear the blopping, the blooping. Whoops, let me hit play.
You don't get the smell in the video.
No. Exactly. Everybody who is listening to this, it is a wonderful rotten egg smell. Ugh. So yes.
Yes. And notice all the gray, and that looks thinner. That looks more watery than some of the other ones. Some were so thick it was like cement, and you just kind of it like blooped,
Yeah.
like little blubs. So Sting says, nice hot tub.
I thought, well, if it wasn't acidic, what a wonderful mud bath that would be. Just,
Yeah.
yeah. But, because
Yes.
sometimes you do like mud facials,
Okay.
with all those minerals and stuff,
Yep.
but you would die. It would, yeah, not be good.
Yep. Absolutely. So, all right. Um,
And here's one where I didn't do the audio because it wasn't that long. But you can see the bubbling.
mm,
And this is a mud cauldron, which I don't understand because there it is. Because I thought it was the mud.
yeah. There's your cauldron there. I mean, again, just the heat, the underground activity causing just really, really interesting. And like you said, that one graphic did a great job showing the 4 types of features that they had there, all different in their own ways.
This is, I think, kind of like everybody goes, oh, Yellowstone, the geysers, and all that, and
this was in the parking lot of one of the pull-offs.
Yes, and I mean, I feel like these are like the misunderstood younger cousin,
Yeah.
or older cousin, or uncle that no one wants to talk about. I mean, that's huge.
Yeah.
And you see the bubbling, the bubbling in there. I always think about the people for the first time that like kind of went through here, and they're like,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel like the Princess Bride when they went through that. What is it, the forest or whatever that had the things that.
What's the Princess Bride? I'm just kidding. I can't get away with it anymore because I did see it.
Whoops.
But yeah, I mean, it is. Yeah, I thought the same thing goes through my mind too. It's like I mean, we've been here and we all this stuff's been plotted around for a long time. But what about the first people that came across it?
Yeah.
I mean, did people fall or animals?
Okay. This is what Dragon's Mouth.
Yes.
Read about Dragon's Mouth. I'm going to go back and I'm going to let it play while you read about it. Go to the beginning.
Okay.
And then we'll play it and they can listen to it.
Part of it got cut off, but I think the Dragon's Mouth Spring. An unknown park visitor named this feature around 1912, perhaps due to the water that frequently surged from the cave like the lashing of a dragon's tongue. Until 1994, this dramatic wave-like action often splashed water as far as the boardwalk. The rumbling sounds are caused by steam and other gases exploding through the water, causing it to crash against the walls of the hidden caverns. And we are out on the boardwalk, so that's what it said is they used it as late as what year was it? Until 1994, it would fly out there to out here towards the boardwalk.
Mm-hmm.
So really, and they don't know what happened, what changed that caused it to change that.
Mm-mm. Well, there was another sheet that you had about the mud pots, and
yes.
Does that one have the one about the acidity on it?
Let's see.
It might not. It said it's more acidic than 10 times more acidic than lemons.
Yeah, I don't see the acidity on it, but
I think it was another slide. But yeah,
did you want me to go ahead and read about that? Because I wasn't sure where to read that.
That's okay.
Was that the only mud volcano we had?
Yeah, it was at the very first, and I don't have it anymore to read about it.
Well, but, it did say in 1870, explorers stood in awe as a mud volcano spewed mud into the treetops, shaking the ground with each eruption. 2 years later, it was a pool of bubbling, muddy water. So the mud volcano had blown itself apart.
That's what I've read a lot about. Some of them is that have such violent explosions, it actually damages their plumbing.
Right. And it just, and then it doesn't, because they've had other geysers that don't erupt like they used to, and other things that have changed over the years. And
Right.
there was one, and I don't remember what it was, that they talked about that it had such a violent reaction or eruption, and it blew itself apart.
Right.
It changed it.
Exactly. So now we are to why most people go to Yellowstone for. They go for
The
the geyser.
geysers.
Absolutely. Well, we know which geyser most people go to see, but we're going to talk about some other ones first.
Mm-hmm.
And
Really, really fascinating these things were.
yes. So the first one we found, well, we found other ones, but this talks about the geysers that um, erupt, which ones erupt pretty regularly. Old Faithful, Castle Geyser, Daisy Geyser, Riverside Geyser, and Grand Geyser.
Mm-hmm.
We saw three of them. We only saw one erupt because the timing just did not work.
Well, if we would have gone in the dark, we could have watched one.
If we would have gone in the dark, we would have been dead because something would have eaten us.
Oh, those are just Kelly buff bison. They wouldn't have hurt you.
And look, we took our walk. Look at that. How sweet we are. Aww. Aww.
Yes, that was
Hold
nice.
hands.
Yes, it was nice. It was a nice, lovely evening out.
Yes.
That was
nice.
before our big dinner with the family.
Yes, yes. And we see the first one is Daisy Geyser. And I wish Miss Daisy was here. But Daisy Geyser, we thought of Miss Daisy Blossom Flower Child.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And the time it was going to erupt just did not. We just couldn't do it, which kind of made me sad because it was pretty regular. And there's the Daisy Geyser. And they always kind of spewed stuff out, steam or sometimes even little bits of water, but not full eruption.
But it was bopping around a little bit.
Yeah.
It was not just inactive.
It's not just, yes. Yes, Snortopoopas, we try to be romantic. It'll kill us, but we try.
Look, I want to be romantic. I'm always romantic.
And there's another view of the geyser. Yes, I'm just yes. Yes, he is a romantic soul.
Yeah, I would look here. As you're done reading about Dragon's Mouth, Dragon's Milk is a whiskey, it looks like. Hey, whiskey.
Hello, Rod.
Rod Thunderheart. Hey, good to see you tonight, Rod. Pull up
we'll be showing Old Faithful in a sec.
Yes. Oh, drive by
like liking. Thank you.
Exactly. Thanks for coming in. Catch the replay later. Definitely share it out with everybody else and stuff. Hey, always helps, but glad you're here. Coming to say hi, Rod.
So this is some stuff about Daisy Geyser. There's a bunch of interconnected group of geysers and hot springs. Underground cracks and fissures allow water and heat to circulate between the various features. So if, let's say, Splendid Geyser erupts, it might affect Daisy Geyser erupting because they're all connected. So actually, they said the Bonita Pool, when something happens there, or the Radiator Geyser.
Mm-hmm.
So these all kind of like in their own little I hate to say ecosystem, that's not right, but their own little group can affect all that. Oh, and it's called an exchange of function. So if one person uses it, the other when one geyser uses it, the other one can't.
Oh,
So
really?
yes. Well, because all the pressure will be gone.
Hmm.
And so here's kind of like the group of them. I'm not sure which ones are which. Um, you're here.
Yep. Yep. And I think
So,
I did that walk. Yeah, because I took that picture. Yeah. So.
so I know I saw they said something about what this yellow stuff was. Let's see if I can find the picture real fast.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
Yeah, I
yeah, I
get it
got
now.
this book and it's a really cool book.
Oh, it's very cool.
Got a lot of information. It's a guide, so it talks about the trails and a lot of the other stuff. Oh, here it is. What does it say about it? I don't know what it's.
You be careful out there on the road, though, Rod, as always. You know, definitely. And JT Kirk, yeah, that apparently is one heck of a powerful whiskey. So, kind of like that powerful uh, geological site we saw, the
It's
Dragon's Mouth.
I don't know what it is. It's minerals. I thought it had something, but it just had a picture. It was talking about different topological areas. And then we have Castle. Is Lord Castle still in the chat? Because here
He
is
might
your
be.
geyser.
He might be lurking. I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
So if you're here, here's your geyser. You got angry and erupted at 4:15 between 4:15 a.m. and 6:15 a.m.
Oh, he's lurking.
You
This
can
is
be
for you,
angry, but
Castle.
you can be angry by yourself because we didn't go that early.
Well, could he erupt for 2 hours?
No, it's a time frame that
Oh
they
man.
say.
Oh
Um,
man. Oh man. Castles. Yeah. And
and
Daisy, Squeaky said, I missed this one. And Daisy, Morning Glory and Sapphire. Yes.
it's
But,
so hard, and some of them, the walks to get to them, they're like, it's only a 3 mile walk.
oh, I will tell you, I was texting between the missus and someone else. This walk took for freaking ever. This
Yes,
was a pain. And I think I'm in decent shape and I can move and I do walk every day at work and stuff. But this one, I mean, if we would have definitely missed dinner if I tried to finish this one.
yes, it was
So,
great.
well, glad we got to show you Daisy and Castle here,
Yeah,
and because Castle's always ready to pop
yeah.
off.
Yeah, well, says it had that's if you when you see the cone, it's built up. It's a sign of
Exactly.
old age. It's probably erupted for thousands of years, and the mineral deposits have created it.
Well,
When
hey, I
you
guess Castle explodes at different times, especially when he plays Fortnite also. So
Yes, yes,
erupt for 2 hours, world.
yeah, no, not 2 hours. It's
I
the period between Dadman.
I just really wish it's like you said, I wish we could have caught some of those. So like Squeaky
Yes,
again says, it was just not enough time to catch all of them. This
yeah,
one, this one would have been hard because you not only had to park at the hotels that we did, we couldn't find the quote parking spots nearby. And the walk it had to be at least a mile, if not 2 miles just to get
yeah,
there. It was
yeah,
a long walk.
yes.
So, and hey, y'all let Lisa's lurking and cleaning the kitchen. Jeez, what can a lady do? Oh, I think you misquoted. I don't think Lisa said anything, but might
I
have missed
didn't
it.
say Lisa.
No, Lisa. JT Kirk was giving her a hard time about
Oh,
saying something.
oh, oh, okay.
The chat's kind of going crazy out there, which is good. Snort a pit pass. Yeah, see a doctor if your eruption lasts more than 2 hours. So, hey. Oh, gosh. Yes, you are world renowned, Castle. You are. It's signs of an old age. Poor man, Castle. I mean, Your Excellency. And then Lisa, if it's 4 hours, must get medical attention. Exactly. So, all right. He is old. No, you're not. You're a kid. You're a kid. All right, folks. Hey, thank you. Blast out there in the chat. We glad to hear y'all still awake out there and having fun with us. So, I tell you what, you know what I found fun with this trip, Mrs. something like this, something which you can go find, you have fun. It's but then you can relate it back to people and stuff. It's really
Right.
really cool. It's absolutely cool because we did a short on this one, I think, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, we did.
And it's and I like that what you said earlier about the information about the plumbing. That was really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So, and like we showed over there, what you did with the geysers, all those by Daisy, that was interesting with all those in that one area and not understanding how they all took away from each other. All right, so let's yeah, this was definitely a neat stop on this tour. So yes, all right, Mrs. Where do we go now?
Okay, well, if you say the cone is large, well, if you look at this picture, and then we're going to look at the one now, you're going to see how much of it was damaged by vandalism. Um, so you could compare when you see the cone of this one, then when we see Old Faithful, look at the cone of that, and you can see how much smaller it is. Um, so this was by painting, but see, look at all the deposits that are around, and then we're going to look at the one live. And if you look at it, uh, whoops, what happened? You see how much smaller it is? That was from vandalism. People just come and think, oh, I'll just take a little rock, I'll just take a little this, or I'll just do a little that. Well, it affects it when you have millions of people coming through and each just taking a little bit. And so that's kind of what it looks like now. And he's just steaming away.
And this was within a mile or so of Old Faithful.
Mm-hmm.
Over in the hotel area. Yeah.
Whoops. Uh-oh.
Oh, here, let me go back to some. Let me go to the map real quick, and I'll show
Oh,
everybody again. You got the map right there.
I got
Never
a
mind.
map.
Go ahead. Yeah, you got a better
Here's
map.
Old Faithful.
Mm-hmm.
We would take and walk down here, and Castle and Daisy were down there.
Mm-hmm.
There was another whole group of the geysers over here, which we did not go see.
No.
There's Castle Geyser right there. And Daisy is further down the line.
Exactly. But it's like Daisy, like I said, with those several little geysers in such proximity, that was kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The other geysers were all on their own.
Yes. Yes.
So, and Snortopupus, Snortopupus, we didn't find a Snortopupus or a bear geyser, but you know what? We found real live bears. So,
yes, we found your relatives.
Exactly. So, and yeah, Lisa, unfortunately, people are weird with things that they do. I'm amazed how they could get to it without getting hurt, falling on, or something else.
Because people are stupid.
Well, see, yeah, it's different, and there are times that you can take rocks, and there's certain things that you can do in certain places. It's
not in the national parks. It's illegal to take anything. They say if you see antlers, like when they shed their antlers, you don't even take them or pick them up. You don't take anything.
Yeah. Well, that is kind of, I did not know that. I did not know that to that extent. I am familiar on the battlefields that you don't go digging, you don't stuff, or if there's a whatever, something, you don't remove it. But I guess it's probably the same principle. I mean, I would think, hey, a rock's a rock, but yeah, you're better off not touching anything, take anything, because you never know where it came from or what it was. So, but that's what made. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, looking at this map to give you an idea where we stayed. This is the first night we stayed here at the Snow Lodge, and we have a couple pictures of that. We weren't really impressed with that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then we stayed here at the Old Faithful Inn. which actually has an older original part, which we stayed in, and then a more modern part that actually has plumbing, that has bathrooms in the rooms. Our room had a wash basin, a sink. It did have plumbing. It did modernize that. Um, and but no facilities or shower. They you had to go um, do them. So those were the two places we stayed at. And there's Old Faithful right there, which we are going to see after I show you. This is that old stamp. Um, I was
Yes.
telling some people about it, and this stamp, not the ink stamp, but the actual stamp that made this is over 100 years old. And I bought a book to do collecting stamps and stickers. And the lady said, "Oh, we bring this out when we're not real busy." And
Mm-hmm.
she brought out this stamp, and she goes, "This stamp is 100 years old."
Was it
And
100?
they
Wow.
100 years old.
I wasn't sure
And
if it was 150, but okay, 100.
I don't know. I'm gonna say 100.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and she stamped my book with it, and I thought
Wow.
that was so cool. So that is made from 100-year-old stamp.
Because and that's I guess Old Faithful going off,
Mhm.
but look at it compared to the other more modern stamps because the ones that you have here and at all the other ones, the date they have their time,
Well,
the stamps.
what this is supposed to represent is a cancellation stamp, like on a letter. That's what that
Mm,
is what that is. It's see those they say official cancellations. If you
mm,
look at your mail, um, and they have a stamp, and it's somewhat like that. It has
mm.
the location and
Yeah,
the date. So that's what those were supposed to represent.
yeah,
Some of the other places have stamps like this one here,
yeah.
and I think this one is more just like a decorative stamp because it doesn't have
Yeah.
the date on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of them at different places. I think Devil's Tower had one.
Right.
Um, some of the battlefields have. They're just decorative stamps.
Right.
So anyway,
Yeah.
so that was
Well,
pretty cool.
yeah.
So
Cricket said that stamp was a pain in the butt. So I mean, oh man. Hopefully, you got it though. You know.
uh, if it's your what is it if it's your jam,
Yeah.
I I I it was fun collecting them. Um, so
And Star Poopas is right, in this. I bet Park Service arrests people at battlefields poking, prodding for old bullets, buds. Yeah, because I know somebody in a chat the other night had mentioned about metal detecting, and I'm like, no, you do not
no
metal
no no.
detect it. Those, and yeah, they do take that stuff extremely seriously. So by all means, follow the rules.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, we
So
just here, but we have fun,
so
and we
this
still
is
got 10 great people with us. So thank you for being here.
this is yeah, Old Faithful. So can we guess what's next? Everybody, can we say it all together now? Old Faithful. Here
Yay!
it is. A lot of waiting.
Yeah. Well, we didn't have to wait too long, at least the day we waited. And it wasn't raining.
Mm-mm. Here it comes. Sorry, I scared myself. They have a little seating area. It was really nice. That's my camera. I apologize. I have some facts, but I'm going to wait until it's done because I just like watching it.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's the steam, and that was the water
Mm-hmm.
that was shot up. And so we could fortunately see both. So it's starting to slow down. So Old Faithful erupts more frequently than any other of the big geysers. 17 to 20 eruptions a day.
So probably a little bit more than once an hour, or no, once every 2 hour, a little between an hour and a half, or 2 hours.
Probably.
Is about what. So wow, because at least it asks how often does it go
I
off.
know.
So.
I was seeing. That's why I found these facts.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this is from the
And J
official Yellowstone guide book.
and JT Kirk, are you close enough catching steam or mist on you? Not today because you look at the wind directions, but I think that people can get it depending on wind direction. So
Hmm.
it is possible because there is a seating area from that distance. It's not as far as it looks on camera. So with the right wind, I'm sure you could get wet. Um, yeah,
I'm sure.
yeah.
So it erupts anywhere within 2 to 5 minutes. The
Mm-hmm.
eruption can last. Um, During each eruption, it discharges roughly 4,000 to 8,000 gallons of water, and it shoots an average of 130 feet into the air.
Wow. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's cool to
So
know
that
all those
was,
facts.
yeah, it was impressive. Um, but I kind of feel, and I know this, I don't know, maybe you don't have to agree with me, and that's okay. I kind of feel that it kind of like the way I felt with Mount Rushmore. Oh wow, that's so cool, but I don't have to see it again. If I go back to Yellowstone, if I happen to see Old Faithful, I happen to see it. But there's so much other stuff there to see the other times around other geysers and other things. So I
Mm-hmm.
hate to say it's not really a been there, done that, but I've done that. Um,
There's more to do. There's
I can do
unfinished
other
business.
things next time. Um,
Exactly.
so
Absolutely. I tell you what, I would like to just go back just to keep riding the car around, just driving the car around. I really enjoy just driving and cruising,
mhm,
and stopping for wildlife and stuff. But that's me then. So,
yeah. Oh yeah, it's fun. It's just kind of chill. So
absolutely.
now something that you never thought would be at Yellowstone National Park. I was really scared. I was so scared. I was petrified. I'm sorry. Okay, yes, it's a petrified tree.
Uh, I'm only going to post this because Squeaky agrees with you about what you said with your assessment there.
Hmm.
So before we move into, yeah, absolutely. So, all right. And Lisa said the only place she wants to visit again is the Hoover Dam. And I've been there once before. So
Hmm.
actually, you and I went when we were
Yeah.
newlyweds with my family.
Yes.
So, but yeah, the petrified tree. Oh man, I remember this because we were
Yes.
going to pass this at one
Yeah.
point, but we decided to
And
stop and do it.
our little guide said, "You need to see the petrified tree." So we said, "Yes, sir." And we went and saw the petrified tree. Unfortunately, this was also vandalized a lot, so they had to
Yeah.
put a fence around it, a gate, a barrier, and it kind of talks about the petrified tree, the redwood. If you're watching this on replay, you can pause to read. But there's the petrified tree. But isn't that sad that they had to put a gate around it? I'm sure some stupid people climb over it because they're stupid. But there's the petrified tree.
Now, wasn't this because, trying to remember back, was this because of volcanic activity or something that caused it to?
When a chain of volcanoes erupted here in Yellowstone times 50 million years ago, they triggered massive landslides into mountain and valley streams. The rolling mix of ash, water, and sand buried whole forests. Before the trees could rot, abundant silica in the volcanic flow plugged living cells, creating forests of stone.
No, it's interesting how that's processed. Lisa says, no joke, has a piece of a petrified tree. Yeah. I think Mount St. Helens, when it blew, it petrified the trees over there. I think because you remember some of the pictures we saw with the water, the lake, and the trees.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, there was stuff that got petrified. As not a poopus, I agree with you. Peoples can be poopy doopy doo heads. Mm-hmm. Poopy doo doo heads. Yes, yep. Absolutely.
Exactly.
So there's the tree, and there's kind of a close of it.
Lisa says it feels like a rock.
Yeah, it. And now a touch of color.
Oh, hey, can I say something real quick?
No.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Moving on.
Yes, you can. What would you like to say?
I just got to quote the great J.T. Kirk out there. He didn't say, he said to Lisa, I love hearing all the damn jokes. In reference to, you know what? The only thing he should have said was, I love hearing all of the damn it, Mark jokes. You know, that would have been the right way to say it.
Damn it, Mark.
Damn it, Mark. He's not even here.
I know, but I said it. So this is this color was very prevalent in around a lot of the states we were in, and I didn't know what flower it was, but I believe it is this one. And this is called, oh wait, maybe this is that. No, this is I believe this is arrowleaf balsam root, or the yellow monkey flower. Well, I bet you it's the yellow monkey flower. I think this is, I love that name, the yellow monkey flower. If it was the balsam root, it would have a black center, and these do not have a black center. So I think these are yellow monkey flower. I don't know why it has that name.
That's a very long name to call something. And I'm sorry, it just reminds me of that one Super Bowl commercial, Puppy Monkey Baby.
Yeah.
That's like
yellow monkey flower.
Okay.
And there's some more of them. Aren't they pretty? I just thought it was pretty. You have the some of the fallen and broken limbs and stuff, and then you have life and flowers growing in between them. Very opposites. Yeah. There's a word, I can't think of it.
Now, are these regular dandelions though?
No, these are probably, I don't know what, I think they're yellow. I think these are the same thing.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, that's cool.
So anyway, that's just some flowers I took pictures of. And now we're to the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone.
Woohoo! Yes.
Okay. We almost didn't go through this, but they had some gorgeous, gorgeous waterfalls, which we will play.
Okay. Yeah. Let me take the map back real quick, because
those are dandelions. They say those are dandelions.
Right, that's what Lisa's saying. But I mean, did you have the picture of the monkey? If you want to look that up, I'm going to show everybody where this Grand Canyon thing is.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
So, all right, here, folks.
You can put my slide back up when you're done, because I'll forget.
Okay. All right. This Grand Canyon area is.
You got to kind of really wiggle your
Okay,
cursor
I
so they can
know.
see it because
I'm actually trying to. Was in this area around Norris, where they had some of the falls there, I believe. See, hold on a second. Let me see. I might not be right with that. Let's see. Actually, no, I think it's up here by the Mammoth Hot Springs up in here. There's some pull-offs here with some of the falls that were up top here, up in the northern part of the park. Really, really interesting that we see here. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. All right. There we go. Yes, it's in this part. Wraith Falls, Undine Falls, up in this area is where considered the Grand Canyon of the park. So you're going to see in a second why they call it Grand Canyon. It's not just falls. It's like up here, up in this area. The geography of the area also, as you'll see,
yes,
reminds you of the Grand Canyon.
very Grand Canyon-y. Mm-hmm. So, and now we're going to have, this might be loud, so you can kind of hear. This is how we kind of heard being by some of these waterfalls. So I'm not going to turn the volume down so you can kind of hear a little bit maybe how it sounded to us.
One thing, it is as loud in person as what you're going to hear.
Yeah, yes, it is. It's very loud. So here we go. There's a couple of waterfalls. Let me make sure. Yeah, there's nothing else there.
Thank you.
That one was much quieter. But that was the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone.
Sorry, Stuart. I think that was my sneeze on that one.
No, was it your sneeze? Oh, that's so funny.
I heard myself telling somebody, thank you.
Yes,
and ferocious. That water is dangerous. As much as I love running water, as I love falls, you can't play around with water when it's moving. Look at that volume and how fast it gets moving. Mm-hmm. And we haven't been able to show so much of what we did. Some of the brooks and the little rapids, just move so fast with all this water that's being forced. Mm-hmm. Even when it's flat, some of the things near Cody were just, I mean, if you got caught in it, you could, it's nothing to play around with. So
exactly. So falling for you, waterfalls. Here's some more. Speak of the devil. Here's some more waterfalls. No, I've already fallen for you. I don't have to fall for you anymore.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So here's like you can. This is a still, but you can see just the turbulence in this little itty bitty creek. And there's another. I don't know what that river is. Is that Lamar?
I
Lamar
think
or Yellowstone River?
It's Yellowstone. Well, I think it was possibly back in the early part of the trip. When we came in on the East Gate, I think.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes they were just rivers.
Mm-hmm.
And these are some of the little cascading that we saw.
Let me say real quick, we got 13 people of y'all watching. Thank y'all. Enjoyed the show, and please share your thoughts and opinions with us. And thank you for spending the time with us. Yes, ma'am.
I do think that it scares me. I think I've messed something up. Are we ready to play?
We're ready to play. If you're ready to play, we can take the screen down if you need to check something.
These are just off the side of the road. Oh, Appion is here.
Howdy, Appion. Good to see you. Good to see you tonight, sir. We're in Yellowstone looking at waterfalls now. A lot of this is from melting snow coming down. That's just amazing how fast, how powerful the water is everywhere it is.
I don't imagine JT Turkey says, great, now I got to go breathe.
Yeah.
Imagine being out there and you're hearing it.
Yes. We're hoping a vault toilet might be somewhere nearby.
To me, that was just
wow. I just forgot how powerful that is. It's like amazing. So, well, we got a little break. I'm going to say hello. We got 15 people now watching us. Make sure you've hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, share it with other people. We still got a ways to go, but thank you for every one of y'all being here today.
We're pretty close to the end.
But we still got some good things we got to get
stuff to do, and there's a surprise at the end for those. If you guys have come in a little later, stay and you'll get to see.
Yeah. Well, let me say hello to Wade. Good news. Okay, congratulations. You're almost there. Keep working, Wade. But hey, thanks. Sit back, relax, stay with us a while and chat with us. And you don't have to run off. Stay and have some fun with us. And Appion loves the waterfalls too, by the way.
Yeah.
But hey, JT Kirk got a response. Great. I now got to pee.
Yes.
Our poopus, you should have done that before we left home. And then,
no, and I always say, and I said it to, I had two, you said that, everyone, there were two things I always said to Dadman on this trip, especially these. If we pass a gas station, fill up.
Mm-hmm.
And go to the bathroom. Because we never know how far it's going to be to the next place. Where he wouldn't have that hard of a problem.
There was one time we almost had to stop.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was on the battlefield though. When that was
that one was awful.
Yeah. Anyway, but hey, speaking of water, like I said, I think I mentioned that Appion loves the waterfalls. Hey,
yes.
Glad you got here in time for that, my friend. All righty. So hey, thank you everybody that's hanging out with us still, learning some about the beautiful Yellowstone National Park with us. So, Mrs., where do we go next from here?
We go to see all the sunrises and sunsets.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't always remember. Oh, I can't remember. Oh.
Yeah.
I can't remember where they were at.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kind of clumped them all together.
Okay. Well, that's awesome. That works.
So I need to check something out because I'm not sure.
Okay, go ahead.
No, we'll just talk about some stuff.
I was actually going to show everybody again that may have come in how we did a couple of these days since you're
okay, go ahead because all of a sudden I can't remember if
I think we're okay, but it gives me a chance to talk about this. But hey, let me see if I can get this on.
Don't put this back on because I might
no, I got you.
All of a sudden I got lost where we're at.
No, it's okay. Well, folks, like we said, is our hotel stays. We're down here by Old Faithful, one at the the Snow Lodge and one at the old Old Faithful Inn. And we came in on the east side. So when we came in, we took over to this spot here. Then we came up through here to Canyon Village. Then we came across here over to Norris, and then down here. So we on the first day we really did kind of a partial loop to about here. So on the second day we did this whole loop here. We actually looped all the way up to here, went out this direction, then we came back, swung all this in the afternoon on the second day we were there. So it was a great cruising time. So that led us to a lot of sunsets, sunrises. Our full day there, we ended up going this way, like I said, all the way up here, and we got on the road before it actually got dark. I got light. We even had ice on the windshield at some point. Yes, it was just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you ready for me to?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Can I? Okay, I'll pull this thing. I just need to clue the window shut up. That's all I need. Thank you.
Okay. That's okay. I know. Thank you. Thank you for ad-libbing. So.
All right.
Yes.
Well, when I get started, I can't. It's hard to stop the train.
Yes. Yes. So sunrises and sunsets. Like I say, I'm not sure where that was at. Do you see some steam vents?
Mm-hmm.
And a beautiful, beautiful.
I think that this might be on the first night when we went over to that little area by Biscuit Basin.
Yes.
I think that this is where it was, looking off because the sun's going down in the west.
That's a morning one. This is a sunrise one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because sun's to the east because you're on the east side. Yeah, this is that. And that with the water, that's probably around the west thumb near Yellowstone Lake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that was when we were going out.
And that's kind of where we came up on those bison that we saw earlier.
Yes.
I believe. Oh, in the morning. Yeah, the bison were early in the morning.
Yes. Yes, they were.
Mm-hmm.
And then here's just another view of that, a little higher.
Yep.
Some through the trees. I thought that was kind of pretty. All these we're doing while we're driving, so I'm just like snapping pictures away. So some of them, they're not the best, and this one was the sunrise at Old Faithful Inn out our window.
Yes, that was Old Faithful, yeah. And that's the carport. That's the lobby thing to the Snow Lodge.
And there's the sunrise coming over it.
That was where we stayed the first night.
Yes. And now we have Kepler Cascades, which this we did in the morning. It was so cool. We got up early to go do this to see the sunrise. And guys, I tell you, it was worth it because this is the most beautiful sunrise I have seen. Is that not amazing? That was there. That is just so beautiful. And there's this kind of from the going down the walkway. And that's just, I think mine and Dadman's feet are one set of feet. Yep. We walked from the parking lot here and just walked over. And those are just our feet prints. I thought that was really kind of cool. And there's the sun coming up. And there's our footprints.
Yay.
And there's a still picture of some of the water features. Another angle. And just see the power.
The still shots of those, yeah. We saw the video still shots are just amazing.
Here's some video. Once again, we're playing it at this volume. This is how it sounded. Probably very loud.
Still amazing the sheer power of water. Wow, still amazing.
It's mind-boggling to me.
Absolutely.
It is absolutely mind-boggling. So,
yes, exactly. And no, I don't have size 11 feet. All right, we will rock you. All right.
We will. I don't want to get a copyright, so. Yes,
Well, fake the words that people love hearing you sing, I'm sure.
No. And these are various rock formations we found around the park. So,
you love rocks. We got rocks for you.
So the side of a mountain. I just think they're pretty. I have no idea where their pictures were taken, but I just think they're cool.
Mm-hmm.
I love how they had the up and down, the vertical striations in it.
That was really, really neat to see like that.
And they're breaking off. If you look, they're like square chunks, kind of like, yeah, it's very, very cool. And then Soda Butte.
Okay.
By a hot spring.
I'm trying to. I got them.
Wow.
I'm trying to find it because I thought I
had what?
I thought I knew where Soda Butte was. I was trying to find it on the map.
On the map. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and look ahead. Is
absolutely.
That okay?
Go ahead. Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
So, just a rock formation. We'll just not say much about that. Stunning behave. No. And then the big.
That's the innocent rock formation.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, look, it's Snortapoopa's bringing out the High Republic. Oh, yes. It's giving birth to little geodes.
Yes. Yes.
All right. So the big picture.
These are just landscapes, and I couldn't choose a few to put, so I just stuck them all in here. So we're just going to be looking at some landscapes, and these are after the bison. I think these are my favorite pictures. I love taking landscapes. Dadman loved the clouds in the mountains, and he insisted I took pictures of clouds in the mountains.
Yeah, exactly. It's just I've always liked it, especially the east coast of Blue Ridge Parkway, and just being up in the mountains. Chattanooga Lookout Mountain, battle above the clouds, just always been a thing, you know.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah. It looks nice just as long as it's not raining, that's the thing.
yes.
Yeah, in Appian, it's cool to see the clouds that low, but remember, we are at about 7,000 to 8,000 feet. So, yeah. So low, I guess low is relative, but yeah, it really was cool to see it. And when we hit the Tetons, there will be even more of that.
Yes. I'm just kind of scrolling through some that are my most favorites. I will probably stop and talk about. I just love how this one shows all kinds of different. You have the trees, you have this bare area, you have
Mhm.
rocky, you have snow up here. You have a little bit of everything.
Happy little clouds over the mountains. And yeah, I got you. I got you, Appian. I just wanted to make sure everybody remembered that we are talking about a high elevation. But yeah, I love clouds, whatever your ground level is,
Yes.
whatever elevation.
And here's some of those pretty flowers, whatever they may be. Um,
Absolutely. That looks wonderful.
I'm just slowly going through them.
Yeah,
Um,
it's fine. I
I
mean,
don't really think I need to talk about each one, um, just to kind of enjoy.
yeah.
Um,
And some of this, the pictures do their own talking, even though,
mm,
like I said, is they can't, you don't get the full effect appreciate them, but there's enough that you can get a lot out of them, like there with the snow-capped mountains and stuff like that.
mhm.
You can definitely get a good feel for it and really enjoy, and then you got that right in the middle, it's out by itself. So now, one thing that we've noticed too is not so much here, but like near Cody on the east side, even towards the Badlands, it's so funny when you see such rock formations, and then you see a random tree or two trees out of it. Just you're like
Out of nowhere.
out of nowhere, in the middle of a bunch of rock. You're like, how the heck could that have even gotten there? Somebody, how did that plant? But it's there.
Yeah,
It
it's
survived.
it's a tough little booger.
And J.T. Kirk says that Peter Jackson could have easily filmed Lord of the Rings here. Mm.
Yes, I agree with you, Lisa. It's yeah. See the poor little tree just all by itself. Two little trees right there. These almost look fake to me. It looks like someone took pencil and scribbled them. Or, they just don't look like they belong there. A winding little river.
Cooper said the cousins would have eaten the hobbits. Yep.
And some of the clouds. I mean, you see pictures sometimes and you go, "Oh, that can't be real," but I've got pictures of it and I didn't do any photoshopping. This is a Yellowstone lake.
Yeah. This is the high view again, or
Yes, I believe it is.
well, while you're there, let me take a detour real quick on something. I won't pull the map up, but I'm reading from the map.
Okay.
The Yellowstone Lake at the surface elevation is 7733 feet, or 230 or 2357 meters. The maximum depth in this lake is 410 feet, or 131 meters. So, I mean,
Wow.
that's pretty darn deep for 410 for a lake. So I just for people to get some relative that know distances and stuff like that. And yeah,
Right. Appreciation.
it is definitely a stunning video. So that's I think that okay, that's the maximum. That's the high. That's the elevation and the maximums. So it just only has a one part. Oh, they have Frank Island and Dot Island.
Oh, really? Huh.
Really? Yeah.
See, this almost doesn't look real to me. It looks like somebody took and I don't know. It just looks like someone took and colored in the white or something. It just, I mean, yeah, this is a panoramic one I did. I'm I'm not sure if I like the panoramic look,
No, I know. We experimented with this thing,
but it's kind of fun to do anyway.
Yeah, that's about the best. All you can do is try. Try, and if you don't like it, do it again.
I'm sorry, thought there was an animal there.
No, it's okay. No, I mean remember it's the journey, not the It's the journey, not the destination.
Yes. Oh my gosh, we have had some interesting. It's been a lot of the journey. This trip here.
And folks, I hate driving. I don't like driving. I usually let other people try to drive. I've even made the missus do certain driving, but hey, like through Birmingham, and that was bad, and South Florida in the rain. But I wanted to drive. In the Yellowstone, I wanted to drive. It was fun, I will say.
I think the diversity of terrain to me is what's very interesting. You have in some areas you have all this rocky, and then you have these trees, and then you have pastures, and you have, you know, um,
Mm-hmm.
now see, doesn't that look fake?
It kind of does.
You
Well,
know what
that's
I
why
mean?
I thought it was sand traps. I thought it was sand and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
it just looks so.
No,
And fake is probably not the right
no,
word.
no.
Um,
It is
but
stunning. It definitely is stunning, though. And yes, more stunning than Mega. Yes.
this one's out the window. You can see the reflection.
Oh, oh man.
Yep, and that's all of them.
RJD Kirk said artificial. Yeah, you kind of get that thing.
Artificial. That's yeah. It just yeah. It's like it's a part of a diorama or something. Yeah.
Yes.
Weather or not. You talked about this earlier.
Yes.
Uncanny Valley. Yes. So
Whether or
we
not. Absolutely.
we we were blessed with great weather this trip. When there was bad weather, we weren't in it.
Yeah.
Apparently, there was hail where some of the people in our group they went to Rushmore in the evening, and we went in the morning. When they were going to Rushmore, we were in our hotel. Apparently, there was a hail the size of golf balls,
Yeah.
and
Well, see,
we got out of it.
that's one thing that I told you that I had tried concerns the whole trip was the Midwest is really known for much bigger storms than what we have down here. We don't have tornadoes. We don't have a lot of the stuff they have
Yeah.
up that way and all. And so, that was a big concern. But, we did have some rain at times. We had a little bit of, we really had
This
blessed.
was the worst.
Well,
Of, worst.
well, you know what's funny? You mentioned that though about the weather. The next week after we left, a week after Memorial Day, they had snow up there at Yellowstone Lake. That's what flips me out. But
I'm
in the
so
morning,
thankful we weren't there.
but in the morning, you got ice.
That was about it. That was our extent. We did have some bad rain at times, but usually except for Colorado, um,
Hmm.
it wasn't bad.
Oh man! Make sure you are with us on our next episode. You'll hear about that drive into Denver.
Oh, Denver.
But I tell you what, please join us too because we got some cool stuff in Missouri and in Colorado, Colorado leading into Denver, especially if you like old arcade games. Oh, anyway.
Yes.
Food, yes.
Yes, we have to have food.
You got to sing it right. You got to sing it right though. So
food, glorious food, not on this trip, really.
Bob
Not,
Denver. Walking
not,
in.
this was in Yellowstone was one of the we couldn't pick a favorite place because there were so many good places, but we could pick our two least favorites. And one of them was in Badlands, the
Mm-hmm.
Badlands bar or something,
Saloon.
restaurant, saloon,
Yeah.
and restaurant or
There's a
something.
wall saloon or something.
And the one that we will show you here were our two least favorites.
Well, it really.
Well, let's this way till we get to it, and
Okay.
we'll talk about it.
Patience, Beavis.
Yes,
Settle down, Beavis.
patience.
I got you.
So the first thing was yes. Those were our breakfast many a morning, and they were delicious. Dadman, what do you have to say about these donuts?
Oh, I tell you what. I'm telling you what. This was my favorite new thing. You know, I've had to watch what I eat for a while and stuff like that. But you know what? This trip was a chance to, got rewarded for stuff, and I could be on vacation. This was the breakfast of championship. You know, what? Oh, that I got a bus. I ate and got my kids' meal in a bus. Oh my gosh.
Oh, cool.
Donuts. Oh, don't knock them, dude. This
Hey.
crunchy. These things I got addicted. I had to stop buying them when I came back home because they were our breakfast rolling around Yellowstone for 3 days.
There's another brand. There's another brand out there. That when you eat them, and it's not Hostess, and I don't eat this stuff. I don't eat this stuff. So when I say that they weren't bad, it's not because I'm used to it. It's because they really weren't that bad. I had eaten this one kind, and I can't remember who made them, but you ate them, and it felt like it left an oil slick in your mouth. It was awful.
Yeah.
And so I was kind of worried that these might be like that, but I tried them, and they actually were not horrific.
They were crunchy. They really tasted coconut. It was, dude. I don't like stuff like that normally.
Yeah.
But I was all over it. That was our great breakfast for 3 days. Then we couldn't find them at times, and it was like, damn it. It was just crazy. So I got to go back to Squeak. I got a bus. I ate and got my kids' meal. What you mean? You got a kids' meal somewhere, and they served it in a toy bus or something? I just was curious. Curious to see what that was about a bus. So
okay.
All right.
Well,
so that's cool though. But yeah, this is one of the many picnic areas all around the parks that you had.
And this was our picnic meal.
Yay!
We had ham and cheese tortilla wraps with an apple and some chips and a soda or water, whichever.
Somebody's shooting fireworks all outside.
Or tea. We made tea.
Yes. Exactly. It was nice. And of course, we were dodging the rain. This was the second day. So the rain, not bad, not heavy, just the misty, wet stuff, the stuff that's annoying. But yeah, it was we had a picnic, a real picnic, which we could have taken a little bit longer.
Yes.
And
then we went and found this neat little place. Everything closed like it blasted 4 o'clock. It was crazy.
Yeah, 5. Yeah, 5. Yeah, it's like
so this place we just got into
just before 5. Yes.
And I don't know the name of the restaurant, but it was kind of like a 50s diner. They had a little jukebox there and you sat in a stool.
Yep.
Those are actually our seats.
Exactly.
I sat there, and Dadman sat there.
Yeah, it was really cool, and they really did kind of do it like it was nice.
The waiter is there, and he would go around and he'd wait this whole area, then bring your food out.
That was, and it was good food actually, folks. It really, really was good. That was the missus had a bison burger.
No, I thought I had the. Did I have the bison burger? I thought I had the grilled cheese.
Oh, you did. I had the bison burger.
You had the bison burger.
I forgot what I ate. it was all I knew was everything was good there. The fries, the cheese fries, the more bison meat. The bison meat was really, really good. So absolutely, with that, that
Well,
was a fun one.
Lisa said that she's starting to
Yeah,
pray.
I wonder
Thank
how
you.
that. Sorry, I wonder how that weird sleep schedule happened. But hey, Lisa, thank you for being here. Mrs., you want to say? I'm sorry, I
I
cut you
just
off.
wanted to say thank you, and I hope you get some good sleep and get back on
Yes,
schedule.
exactly. So, and folks, Lisa's the one that stayed up with me a full 24 hours playing Fortnite this weekend in a celebration. So, all shout outs to her though. So, hey, so at Yellowstone, the bus.
I don't know the
I
bus at
don't,
Yellow.
I don't know that, Squeaka. If if you have a
Was
picture,
there a bus
let me
at
know.
Yellowstone?
Well, I don't remember seeing it, but you know what? We did not see everything.
Yeah.
So I'd be,
Well, I'm
I,
curious.
if you don't mind sharing that with us at some point, I'd love to see
Yeah.
that because that's, or if you tell more in the chat, we might be able to find it. But yeah,
So
thank
anyway,
you. And
that
Sort
was
of Poopa says the fries look good.
but
Get the catsup cat
yeah.
soup though. Oh well.
Well, you
So
probably
hey,
would think the way I eat them is an abomination.
oh yeah, I do think so. And everybody wishing Lisa a night's rest.
Yes. Night night. And
So
then
and
here's
we are
well,
getting near the end. So folks, hey,
here's mine. I had a basic grilled cheese sandwich.
pickles everywhere.
I had just yes, pickles. And then we got an appetizer, some cheese fries,
Cheese fries. I can put the sauce on it and the shredded cheese.
which is basically like a cheese whiz, and then they put some shredded cheese on top. But it was good.
For
It was
sure.
nice.
Absolutely. But hey, gotta have
And then the restaurant that we did not like.
it was what is it, the dining room about
It was the Old Faithful Inn restaurant.
hmm. Oh, let me go. Sora Poop has asked about picky about pickles. No,
No,
I'm not. It was just more of a comment that it just seemed like they like to serve a lot of pickles up there.
I love pickles.
Oh, I do too. I
Mm-mm.
like pickles too.
Yeah, no, I just was telling starter pickles. I love pickles. I've actually made my own pickles. Yummy,
Absolutely.
yummy.
Absolutely.
So this was Old Faithful Inn restaurant. Now it was a buffet, and they both were good.
Oh,
You
hello.
know.
Wait a second. Let me say hello real quick to Pat
Oh,
S. The great Pat S. Hey, sir. Good to see you tonight. You snuck in there. Glad you made it in. Yeah, Pat S. and I have to do part 2 of our show recently because we ran out of time and we still have a lot of good stuff to talk about. But
yes.
glad to see you tonight, Pat. Thank you. Everybody coming in, make sure to smash that like button. Share it out still. We got a few more minutes and stuff we're doing with this. So, no, Pat. Well, it looks like a fancy Cracker Barrel, but I guess the price would make it a really fancy.
Well, it was a buffet,
Squeaker loves the pickles.
which is not in itself bad. But
Mm-hmm.
the way they had the buffet set up, you literally had to stand in line
Mm-hmm.
for like 20
20 minutes. Yeah, it's a 20-minute
plus
line.
minutes. And you would get there and then they would like it just the way they had it laid out is horrific.
One way only. It was not
One
multiple
way
lines
only.
and stuff.
It they had here's the food. The food wasn't horrific, but it
But
wasn't
for
fantastic.
$40
It was
a plate, it was
$40 a plate.
so.
And you had bread, you had glazed carrots, there was a some kind of rice, they had some green beans that were good. They had I think that was like a roast, but it was dry. They had a chicken with huckleberry sauce. It was dry. Um,
And
they had mashed
I
potatoes.
didn't really taste the huckleberry sauce either.
They had mashed potatoes, which were good.
Which with no gravy, I had to scoop out the stuff from the beef stuff if you want to.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Did you
They
see
had a
this here?
cream of tomato soup, which was delicious.
Yeah,
Yes, it was. It's all starch except for yes.
Okay, let's see. Pat said, "LOL, y'all have me laugh." That's what we do around here, Pat, all the time. Yeah, absolutely. Go back and watch from the beginning. Share it with people out there and friends. We're just sitting back having a good old time. We're at 340 subs today. We got
Oh my
340
gosh.
today,
We're
and
after 3 hours. We got to hurry up and get done.
I know, so we will. But hey, thanks. But yeah, 340 subs. Thank you for everybody. Thank you for support. And Pat, yes, go back and watch it. It's really cool. Quantity over quality. Yeah, JT Kirk, I agree with that.
I think some of it was that they
steak and shake pickles. Yes,
they just did not. Some of the staff. It was like their first day there. They were not fully. I don't understand why they're not fully staffed and trained on Memorial Weekend.
Well,
but the week after they are.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
Well, look at this. Pat S would definitely fit in with this crowd out here. Oh, your huckleberry sauce. So, and Snort Poopus, nope, $40. Yeah, exactly.
I agree.
But we kind of did a family thing, and it was kind of a neat one-time experience and stuff like that. Yeah, Pat.
Wait. So you see this right here?
Sorry,
that was a dip. That was divine.
Oh,
right down here.
Can you make it larger or focus on it?
No, it won't. It won't.
Yeah.
I thought.
There you go. There you go.
That was good. Mashed potatoes were good.
Yeah. I will say the mashed potatoes didn't have any gravy with it per se, but they were good on their own. Mm-hmm. I did manage to dip some of the beef out of it.
You could go back again, but as we said, you have to wait 20, 25 minutes in line.
Yeah.
And then they had dessert.
Yeah. And Pat asked, tea was included. I think you could have gotten coffee, but yeah.
Yes.
You just, those type of drinks. Yeah.
You have to pay for alcohol, but I think the tea and coffee were included.
Snort Poop is always suspicious of buffets.
The way they had this, it was almost like you were in line and they served you.
Yeah.
Or they were right there. There were people there.
It was that kind of thing, but I miss Golden Coral, or we call the food truck. But anyway, sorry.
This was a peach cobbler, which was
peach crisp, I think, is what they called it.
Which wasn't crispy, I guess.
Mine was okay. Pretty good. Mine it
wasn't bad.
Yeah.
So
exactly. You only have so much room, Pat. So much room.
For $40, this was not a great meal. Right. That's all I'm going to say. If it was $15, if it was $20, I would say okay. I would have been okay.
Would you say that? Would you say it's really the price that made it disappointing? Because I mean, the huckleberry chicken didn't really taste. It didn't have taste. I mean, what was the point of the huckleberry?
The food did not really have taste except for the carrots and the green beans and the mashed potatoes.
So then, really, you would say the only bad meal we really had that was a bad meal was that in Wall at the saloon.
Yes,
because they hell hardened the French dip, the Philly cheesesteak with like almost no cheese on it.
Yeah,
it's like but yeah.
So those two are our worst restaurants.
Yeah.
So now where are we at? We're at the hotel.
Yes.
And the first one was Old Faithful Snow Lodge. That's where we stayed the first night, and all of these were around Old Faithful, hence their names. Old Faithful Geyser, so and the visitor center and all that. Whoops! So there is the Snow Lodge sign.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Dadman, for that sign, by the way.
Oh yeah, for some reason I just I'm always running around with the camera, the phone, and stuff like that. So,
and they had a fire going. That was very cozy. And then this is the very modern.
Yeah, it was very interesting. But you know what I noticed with that hotel? What I thought was really, really funny was that it was like the, you know how you always see kids out on their phones in the hallways and lobbies on their phones? It was all the adults. I mean, because there was no cell reception in the rooms, pretty much. I mean, I saw people out there by the elevator. They were in the hallway, so they could get their Wi-Fi or whatever else.
Yeah.
Because they can't guarantee Wi-Fi to the party, and it's expected. You're in the middle of all this stuff, but the hotel did pitch like we quote have it, and somebody bragged on it, but it was like.
Yeah,
I couldn't even get it in this lobby where the missus is here, so it was insane.
Pretty lobby. It was typical rooms.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that this was one of my favorite rooms that we stayed in. This
Oh,
was Old Faithful Inn. It has an old part and a new part. The old part uh, has plumbing, and not has not been changed a lot except for plumbing, and maybe radial heating. Um, so we got into the old part, and we
yes.
will see some of that. So
I,
here's the
I, I
fun.
will. I will. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can I say something real quick? This really would be if you can afford it. With I mean, these two hotels are really expensive, especially with where they're located at. But they are definitely, if you can swing it, they are definitely worth staying in. Well, at least this one that she's showing now, especially if you can get into the old rustic part. It really. Wait till you see some more of the pictures. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I need.
Why? There's no reason to apologize. No.
Oh, here. Well, let me say a couple of things real quick in the chat. Pat asked Mr. Mountain Waters identifies as a vegetable. JT Kirk, a Philly cheesesteak without cheese is just shaved roast beef. Exactly. They couldn't even get that right. JT Kirk. I
Well,
had a French dip.
the worst part was is I told the waitress that
Yeah.
my meat was burnt.
Yeah.
And she looks at another person at the table and go, "Well, how was yours cooked?" I'm not complaining about his food. I'm complaining about mine and did nothing. I mean,
And
just looked at him.
of course,
Just looked at him.
he's like, it's fine.
But he wasn't even it was just
I
was
know,
like
but he said it's fine. That's what's so crazy. He had the same thing you had, and I had a variant of yours.
yeah, so anyway.
But hey,
But that's yeah.
yeah.
We'll
And
never
Pat said the next thing y'all do is a I-10 run. Tell you about uh,
Oh
Pat.
yeah.
We've done an I-10 run, and I tell you what, if the missus will say let's do it in the next couple weeks, I'm ready to go I-10. You ready, missus?
Yeah, but not yeah, but
Huh?
yes, but no.
Yes,
Yes,
but
I would like to do it, but not right now.
oh, all right. Well, we'll have to make time and go that way. We'll see Pat and Clavy while we're that way. You never know. Uh,
Yeah.
Pat said he had surf and turf cheesesteak and grilled shrimp on the beef. Oh, disappointed. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, and like JT wouldn't Pat mix shrimp and beef. Weird sometimes, but hey. All right. So now the Old Faithful Inn. This is you're
Oh,
gonna love this
absolutely.
place. Yes.
So this is the fireplace. It goes all the way up. You see all the wood in the background. The Old
Mm-hmm.
Faithful Inn is the world's largest log cabin.
Mm-hmm.
No, Old Faithful Inn restaurant the largest log cabin structure or something. It's like a log cabin. Yeah. And there's the lobby area.
And there's a piano. I don't know if it's going to be in this.
It's right there, I believe.
Uh, no, I think it's behind us though.
Oh,
But there's a
okay.
piano, like a player piano, on the second floor.
Right
Mrs. was
there.
actually yeah, there you go. The Mrs. was singing some music in there in one of the videos and one of the things that I did. But yeah, really beautiful.
Hmm. This is the hallway to our room. And it is really a log cabin. It's not this isn't a facade. This is real. Um, and you walk in from the old part to the new part to the old part.
Mm-hmm.
This is how old it is, guys.
Yes. Exactly. It was cool to have real door keys these days.
Yeah,
That was hilarious.
I was afraid of losing it.
I know. I was like, dang. I was like, I was happy about that. That was old school.
And there's the door.
Yep.
That's the desk. No AC, but you have a fan.
Oh, and yeah, there's a fan. What I thought was I don't know if I picked up the radio heater, or you might.
I think there's one with you can see the radio heater.
Yeah, that's like a bronze. I know it's not bronze, but it's like a fake metal top. It was not, not wood. It was really interesting, very rustic looking.
And here's this is all you have plumbing wise in this room is a sink.
But they did give you a bathrobe
and to there's wear a radio
to the shower. Could you imagine being up there when it snows and like just leaving the heat off?
Well, no.
Getting so cold.
And this is the dressers.
What the heck? Did I get a picture of my knees?
Looks like it.
Dang. All right. Sexy knees.
And this is the in the evening.
I need to say real quick, hello to Barry Place 28, who's coming in.
Hello.
Good to see you tonight, sir. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. We're just getting to the end of our show tonight with the hotel that we're at the Old Faithful Inn.
Yes.
So glad to see you. So, all right.
And the next day we had the Continental Divide that we conquered.
Yes.
I'm sorry. That just made me laugh that I thought
No. You're all good. I think it's cool. The cornier, the better. That's all good.
8,262 feet elevation.
Yes. That's the first time when they had a really nice sign that's there. So,
we crossed the Continental Divide a couple times.
I know exactly how many, but do you want me to hold on till the next stream to say it?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. 3 times.
No.
Huh?
I wanted you to wait.
Oh, I thought you said, go ahead. Sorry.
I did, but that's not what I meant.
It's okay. Well, forget it.
So here's the sunrise. It doesn't matter.
It's all good. Sorry. But
So there's the sunrise. And that's the end of our adventure. But it's not the end of our stream. Because you know why?
Why?
We've got to show this one more time.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Let me get them all set up. Let me make sure they're all set up. Get them all set up so they'll be ready.
Yep. And that's okay, folks. Hey, thank you for being here with us. We appreciate your attention, your support tonight. Grateful that you guys came in near at the end too, and appreciate y'all being here.
So they can listen.
Okay, I'll be quiet.
Be very, very quiet.
Okay, sorry.
It's Dadman hunting season. I really hate doing this.
Gets to throw and hit me with damn, let me see how big. Damn, that's a pretty big
Yes,
snowball.
And my hands are getting really cold.
Ow! Whoa. You didn't even wait.
Ow! I missed. Oh, darn, I got to do it again. I'm having way too much fun.
Wow, no wonder you said
I told you.
Okay, all right.
Okay, this I'm going to try to get on his face. I'm kind of close, so.
That one behind the ear was the stinger. That it got in my ear, like you warned me. But that thing, that is a sensitive spot back there. I learned from experience on that one.
Yes, Dadman wanted me to throw snowballs at him.
Exactly, like J.T. Kirk said, Southerners playing in snow.
Uh-huh.
Hey. Well, hey, we don't get to see it.
No.
We just got to see it. So, and that's when the fight started. No, I know my enemy, and my enemy is not my wife, and I do not want to. Got to keep her happy.
Yes.
Nice, laughing. So, absolutely, with this. So let me do one last thing. Um, I'm trying to multitask, which is again, like I said, always a dangerous thing. So just one last thing to recap with Yellowstone. We've got here was with. Let's see, got to do this. Is for all y'all that, especially for the people that came in, and I'll be very brief. So go back and watch the stream if you can. Share it out with other people. This is a great time, even if you had to watch in places like we said. We came in on the eastern side here, and we did the snowball fights right down in this area. But what we did, the main thing with this trip is when we came in here, drove this up to here, came down through Madison down to here where we stayed. But on the next day, we did the whole loop up to here and all the way back over and all the way down. And that was a big thing of just getting in the Kia and just driving from place to place. Mm-hmm. So that was a wonderful time. And I think that's
yes.
That was one of my favorite things of the whole trip. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, driving around. I would like to ask is when we finish the stream, when me and you go off, can we just play Old Faithful at the end and just leave with that at the end of the show?
That would be wonderful. So let me do a couple channel announcements, and we will get to that. Because let me remind everybody of what's coming up with us really soon. Oops, I did the wrong thing. Oops, stop sharing for a second. Multitasking, always. Nope, that's not the right one. That's not the right one. Yeah, multitasking is not my favorite. So, all right. So, in fact, I love Pat. Pat's just laughing.
So, are you ready, or do
yes,
I need
I am ready. I got to bring it up. I got to bring the thing back up because I took it down so I didn't.
I understand. I've done that
anyway,
too.
All right. So, folks, listen. Thank you. Mondays and Tuesdays next week we'll have a couple more streams with this. Please join us for it because next we will leave Yellowstone, go through the Tetons. Folks, there is some stuff. Pat, especially gaming guy, be here next time because something in Wyoming we found. I wanted to stay, but we would have never made it to Denver had I stopped and been at that one machine. And then we saw, if you like trains, please come, and a lot coming up next week. So don't miss. And go back, watch our old shows. Send it out to your friends and everything. And so exactly. But hey, Monday and Tuesday, and then our final should be on the 31st on the Monday down the road. All right. With that said, this week is still a busy week, folks. We have tomorrow night another chilling, but we're calling it cooking with the great Eric O'Sullivan. You may not be, I don't know if you're familiar with him or not, but he's out there on Twitter and on YouTube. On YouTube, he talks a lot of comics and books and stuff, but he's a chef out of Boston. I can't wait to talk clam chowder with him tomorrow night. So all kinds of topics are very diverse interest. So tomorrow night, we may be going to 2:00 in the morning. I don't know. It's all up to my guests. I love these shows, so we'll go as long as the guests want to hang. And but hey, join us tomorrow night, 8:00, with Eric on that. Then Saturday, pop culture minefield. Looking forward to this. Hanging out, chatting with this guy. Talked to him some of the times. Great guy, great illustrator. Really cool guy. Can't wait to hang out with him. So hopefully y'all can make it for that Saturday with us. And then following by that, next month, August 19th, 7 p.m. is our 1-year celebration since our first stream. Join us for that, please. I'm going to probably try to have some people on and stuff like that. It will not be Fortnite. No Fortnite on this celebration. No. Maybe later, but not for this stream. This is going to be something different. So we've got 16 people with this business. I cannot believe how we do this all the time. But thank you so much. Go back, watch the show later if you can. Please do. Make an effort to do it. Share it out with people. Hey, watch it in parts. Even if you're listening and lurking, That's fine. And hey, AFK Bard. Hey,
Hello.
good to see you. Good to see you. Peon's laughing. No Fortnite. Yeah, I I gotta watch having too many celebration Fortnite streams. They go too far. Great hanging out to JT Kirk. 17 of y'all, smash that like button. Thank you for being here. Make sure you're still subbed. And Snort of Poopas, I'm so happy. You a trooper hanging out all the way to the end.
Oh yes,
so,
thank you all so much.
Exactly. So real quickly, Dadman Walker 55 on YouTube, Twitch. That's where you'll find this video again in our shorts and all. Check out our food videos and our shorts too. Several with this of Yellowstone and the trip. Follow me on Twitter, Dadman Walking 55. That's the best place to make sure you get when I go live at all times when YouTube doesn't work. So on that note, I will say, love you guys. Thank you for your support. We've hit 340 subs. Thank you all. Let's get 10 more this week, and who knows? Maybe next month by the anniversary stream we'll be at 400.
Yes,
one can dream. But anyway, I will say thank you all, Mrs. Thank you as always. Love you. Do you want to say anything to me or anything to the chat before you can say?
Just thank you guys all for hanging out for 3.5 hours almost, hearing us chatter about our trip. It's fun talking with you all. It's fun sharing this with you. I kind of relive it again. And as we leave, we're gonna leave you with the Old Faithful. All of a sudden, I couldn't remember the name of that geyser. We're gonna leave you with Old Faithful, and you guys have a wonderful night, and take care. Okay, that's all.
Bye.
You ready?
Yeah, go ahead and hit it. Yeah, go ahead.